The king in the north! The king in the north!
Yo, what it do? What it do? We got the national. Let me turn this light down, boy. There we go. We got the national championship. We got Buck Nuts in here. Good God. But yeah, we got the national championship game tomorrow night on MLK Day. I wonder, does that mean anything? We got Ohio State versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame. I need one thing from Notre Dame. I need Notre Dame to remember who taught them football. Remember who taught y'all football. Don't let OSU intimidate you. Just understand. You learned from the master. Don't forget that. Don't forget who taught y'all football. You know? So we can be proud. We can be proud fathers. You know, when you teach your son basketball or you teach him football, and then he grows up and he's in the NFL. He's a 5-star. You know, going into college and stuff. That's what we need from y'all. And then we can sit back like proud fathers. Like that's a chip off the old block. Boy, there you go. We knew we taught y'all football for a reason. There you go. There you go, Irish. Let's see. Wink to the NFL. We just got to wait and see. That's just a waiting game. When it's a waiting game, I don't get too far into it because ain't nothing we can do. All we can do is wait and see. All we can do is wait and see. What up, Marmar? I see Marcus Freeman is watching Michigan tape of the OSU games from last few years for Mike Payoff. I mean, you got to watch the Michigan games. And this is the thing. I've said it so many times. To beat Ohio State, there's a certain formula defensively. Now, offensively, it's pretty simple. Run the ball, play keep away. Shout out to Dom. He know what's up. But defensively, it's pretty simple. You want to mix up your coverages. You want to keep 2 safeties high most of the game. You can give up big plays, but they can't be, you don't want them to be touchdown big plays. You know, you can give up a 40-yarder as long as you stop them and then hold them to 3. You know, you can give up a 60-yarder as long as they don't get in that end zone. So that's the big thing. You want to, from 20 to 20, they can move the ball. Once they get in that red zone, you want to slow them, stop them, hold them to 3. Ryan Day might get greedy, and then he gets nothing. You know, it's a simple formula. tackling. You got to tackle well. You know, a lot of their plays are predicated on you missing tackles, you being out of position. You know, all these things. It's not just a one-off thing. It's a lot of things. Like you got to play. You got to play lights out. Let's see. I have a feeling this Natty will be like UGA versus TCU 2 years ago. I won't be watching the championship since I got invited with friends to go see Wolfman. But if I see ND on, I will celebrate. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that they're gonna blow them out like that. Notre Dame seems to, even before this, Notre Dame has played Ohio State close. In 2022, it was close. In 2023, it was close, and in 2022. So I'm not sure Notre Dame's going to come into this feeling like they can't play with them. Yes, they're different teams, but being familiar with the team gives you a certain level of confidence. You know, a lot of those dudes played. A lot of Notre Dame's team played last year, so they're not. I don't think they're going to be as timid and scared as Texas was in the first quarter. They better not be. You better come into that game knowing we can win. Knowing we can win, not second guessing your. The biggest disappointment I had, rooting against Ohio State against Texas was Texas came out timid. Defensively, they were second guessing themselves. The D lineman let an interception go through his hands. You could tell they were nervous, and that cost them. The game was close. So all those little plays that they let get away in the first quarter because they were second guessing themselves, they'll bite you in the butt in the fourth quarter because it's a close game. Those plays you could have made in the first quarter will bite you in the butt in the fourth quarter. Hello. Yeah, you want to get them in the phone booth. It's not about of course, if you can hold them to 7 or something like that, all you're trying to do is give yourself a chance in the fourth quarter. Tennessee, they were done almost in the first quarter. Oregon, they were done pretty much in the first quarter. You want to give yourself a chance in the fourth quarter. That's what's the biggest thing you want to do. Let's see. If Indy can control the trenches and limit Ohio State explosives, plays, and get turnovers, they got a shot. What up, Brian Pyle? What's going on? Hey, bonehead Will Howard. It's in him. And Texas Texas had him. They should have had an interception in the first quarter when that defensive end dropped back. That should have been an interception. It went through his hands. So that should have been 2. That should have been. Ohio State they've played well, but they've gotten a lot of breaks in just football luck, the football gods, I guess you would say, or whatever. Because we forget that Texas had a strip sack, but the ball fell right under Will Howard, and all he had to do was put his arm on it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that ball takes a bounce and then a dude can pick it up like Jack Sawyer did, it's a whole different game. But they got lucky, and the ball just is laying right there almost under him. People forget about all these little plays people forget about. Oh, yeah. Super chat is off because I'm on probation. I'm on YouTube probation for I think until April. So my page isn't monetized right now, so I can't do super chats and stuff like that. Yes. I'm in YouTube jail right now. Well, not jail, but you get what I'm saying. not that. Not for that, dog. Let me see. But yeah, if you want to donate, hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App if you want to donate. Because YouTube got mad at me, put me on punishment. The game comes down to Riley Leonard, timely throws, no turnovers, and run for about 80 yards. Yeah, that's a fact. Riley Leonard gonna have to play he's gonna have to play a good game, maybe a great game. But all he has to do is play this one good game, this one game out of his mind. That's all he has to do. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm him, I'm going into it trying to do that. Not forcing it, but trying. No, if you want to know what it was, I posted Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou did this really. I posted a little clip of Uncle Lou laughing at Ohio State, and he flagged me for it. I think it was two of them. But little YouTube shorts probably weren't none but 20 or 30 seconds, and he flagged me for them. So that's what happened. So that's my fault. Yeah, that's why the membership got suspended. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Exactly, the good therapist. That was sucker stuff. Like, bro, you're huge. Why are you dinging me like I'm getting rich? You know during the season, my YouTube shorts was blowing up. I was posting all types of game content, me roasting Ohio State, all that stuff. Like I was getting so many views on YouTube shorts, and you get pennies off of that stuff. YouTube shorts, you can have 1 million views and you might make $10 if that. You know, so YouTube shorts ain't like, bro, you're flagging me for a YouTube short, bro. What I make off of it? I made 5 cents. Oh my God. Punish me, Lou. Punish me, Lou. Pause. Lou doesn't say, oh, you ain't making nothing off of me. Oh, you made a nickel? I'll bet you get nothing. Hey, I'm too old for that game. That pause game, I be saying reckless stuff. That pause game, if I just really think about it, I say a lot of wild stuff. Now it ain't as wild as some of these other people, but I say a lot of wild stuff. But back in my day, you know, you could talk a lot of stuff like that as long as it wasn't too outrageous, because you know they're gonna hit you with the F word. We used to throw that F word around like crazy anyway. You didn't take much for somebody to throw that F word around, and you know, that's just how we said, what's up? What's up? You know, you freaking we was throwing that F word around reckless. Now you don't even hear it today. But yeah, the link is in the chat if somebody's trying to come up. Yeah, the pause game gets out of hand. It does get out of hand. At a certain point, like I never heard of this until Cam and Mace, and I'm like, bro, I'm too old for this. Trying to watch what I say all the time. I'm a grown man with no. I never second guess my masculinity, so I ain't gotta be doing all this all the time. Like, come on, bro. I grew up in a different era. Let me bring up Dom.
Johnny, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
I put it in the chat. I saw that the Falcons hired a defense coordinator, Yoel Britch, I believe the gentleman's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that leaves the Colts. So hopefully we have Wink for another year.
Yeah, because we need the stability. Like
Yes.
these players, a lot of these players took all this time to just learn it and then really started to flourish in it. We need you back, bro. Like, come on.
I'm one, you know, I take the human aspect of it, and I was looking at the 2021 national title game against Alabama. Ohio State got beat by 28 points, but they played 8 games and they lost one. And Alabama went 13-0 that year. Why I'm saying that is Ohio State went down there 2 days ago. In Ryan Day, some of his players, the players aren't going to realize it, but he's going to realize the magnitude of that situation. I mean, anybody would. You're going back to that, and everything's different. It's not a normal Saturday. If Notre Dame can keep it close going into that fourth quarter, he's going to fold, Johnny. And in Notre Dame, I was listening to you there earlier. I don't think Notre Dame's going to come out timid like Texas, asleep like Oregon, or timid is Tennessee.
No, because they, like we were saying, they have played them recently. Texas ain't played Ohio State since I don't know when, you know. So I think they had a lot of second guessing of themselves. Like, can we really play with these dudes? No. Well, yeah, you can.
The chatter for not winning the game is beyond. And if they win the title, Johnny, it's going to be unbearable, man.
I know it.
I mean, it's really going to be unbearable. So let's hope they keep it a close game. And if they hit Howard, then maybe Howard will go back to being who we know that he is, because he's been playing crazy the past couple of games.
Yeah, he has, but he still shows flashes of that dude. He's still there. It's just he doesn't get hit that much. Just like, let's say, and I know this is an if, but let's say that pass in the first quarter gets intercepted. Then he has the strip sack. The strip sack, remember, it goes right under him. So he can just, like, that's huge. Nobody even thinks about this because he got it back. You know, and then he had the other pick, you know, trying to go into Jeremiah Smith. That easily could have been 3 turnovers. You know, I know it's the if game, but I mean, the film is right there. You know, half of that is luck, especially that strip sack. That's just luck.
You were talking about that an episode or two back, and I found that very interesting and very true. The game of football, it's a game of inches, and 1 inch a different way could affect the outcome of the entire game. And I mean, that's so true. I mean, and they've been having the lucky bounce or what have you to this point. I don't know. Do you believe in karma? You know, what you put out, you know, I say that, Johnny, because the reality of this whole Michigan cheating thing, that was implemented by Ryan Day.
Oh, yeah.
And then it came out that he was using Catapult to get practice footage of opponents. And there were a couple executives at Catapult that had ties to OSU football. That all got swept away. I mean, that all went quiet, and it was Michigan's cross to bear. And maybe that will come back to haunt him. And they just need to play close, Johnny. Please, dear God, let them play him close, please. Maniac.
Yes, sir, gentlemen. Good afternoon, my brothers.
What's up, bro? What's going on?
What's going on, Johnny? You just fresh off the private jet, man. I know you was somewhere in Bora Bora, man, like with 5 models, man. But anyway, that's here nor there, right? We're here to talk football, not the ladies. Dom.
How's it going, Maniac?
Don, I'm good, my brother. I'm good, man. So yeah, I've been, tuning in, man. Look, let's start with this, right? As much as I hate Ohio State, right? But look, they definitely with the 2 teams left had the more daunting path to the Natty, Tennessee, Oregon, Texas, now Notre Dame, right? So they've earned their way there, right, from the playoff. Like it is what it is. But I'm seeing a lot. I was just on Buckeye Boys. I was just on their live a little bit, shout to Mello and Dev. But man, it's just like Don mentioned a couple of days ago. the Natties in Columbus already. Why kick the ball off, Johnny and Dom? Why are we going to even play this game? This game is over. If Notre Dame, man, if they could just conjure up that, so we just gonna get smoked. We have zero chance in this game. Okay, say no more. And the closer, like you both gentlemen said, get it to the fourth quarter. Whether it be Ohio State just by 7 or even 10, even if Ohio State's up 10 going into the fourth quarter, you're like, listen, we could win this game. Now, one thing I do like, right? This is another thing that's kind of upsetting me. That freshman cornerback from Notre Dame, the guy's a stud. I forget his name off the top, but he said, listen, we're not going to change who we are. We're going to play man. Oh, the game is over. How dare him? Listen, Jeremiah Smith is a hell of a talent. No one's going to sit here and say otherwise. We know that. The dude is a true monster. He's just a phenom. But he's not Jesus Christ, guys. He could be stopped, whether it be man, zone, bracket, whether they're going to run cover 3, sometimes cover 4, whatever the case is. Like, what is he supposed to say, gentlemen? No, how dare me? We not, come on, that's competition. You don't shy away from comp. I'm a freshman. I'm one of the best corners in the country as a freshman. You probably the best receiver in the country, period. You want to test yourself, man. So I like that. Why he's supposed to say? Again, the cockiness of the Ohio State fan base, because you're not supposed to say anything to them. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be the best thing for Notre Dame to do. And we know they're not going to run man the whole game. We know that. But they will play it. And do what you do best. That's why I got him them there, right, gentlemen? They, 13-1? Listen, they there for a reason. So you got to mix it in. You got a veteran defensive coordinator, right? That's been in the pros. He got pro, right? The last time Ohio State had to go up against a former pro defensive coordinator, they got held to 10 points. And winky, little pinky, we shut them down. So we'll see. I'm not saying Notre Dame holds them to 10 points, guys, but I don't like the disrespect. This is the same way they was treating us going into our game. Same way. Zero chance. Not even saying, yo, you know what? You guys could pull it off. Pull it off. Are you crazy? You know what's coming? Where's my best friend at Garrison? Brimstone and fire truck and campfire and whatever he calls it. And we see what happened. But then again, I came with that, gentleman. Well, it wasn't really you guys that beat us. It was here we go. And that's always been, even before I met you guys, that always been my beef with the Ohio State fans and Garrison and Mello, which those are my guys. I got much love for them, but they are the epitome of the Ohio State fan base. The excuse after excuse. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah,
that's a fact. You can't say nothing about them.
No,
you can't. Anything you say negative, they try to find a way to make it a positive or something for them. Anything you say, it could be a straight fact. Like you can't even go against this, and they're gonna find a way to. But that was because of this. Just stop.
Yes.
Never. The other team just beat us.
No,
never do that.
Exactly.
But Maniac, going into that Ohio State-Michigan game,
you called it, Dom. You called it. You called it.
Get to Ryan Day.
You called it, Dom. You texted me like 3 times that week, and bro, you called it. I got to give you your flowers on that.
It's going to happen. We're all human. You could have stats and all this other stuff, but it comes down to human nature as well. Johnny said it the other night, how they come out on the field, the look in their eyes, you're going to know who's ready to play and who's thinking too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think, go ahead, Johnny.
I'm about to bring up your boy, Jason.
Let me
put him up.
On him,
put him. Oh my God. Let me. Let me see. Put him up.
Let me clear out some space for your next guest. Thank you for having me. Maniac, take care.
Yo, Dom. Yeah. Yeah, what's going on, man?
What
More.
up, though?
What's
What
up?
up, though? You feel me? You know what
Oh,
I'm
yo,
saying?
Man, don't
you,
come on here trying to
he
flex a little
flexing. He
weight.
flexing.
Got fresh
You
and trying
know, oh yeah.
to.
I'm out here. I'm out here on my Black Panther. You
You
know
looking
what I'm
like
saying?
you
This
looking
ain't
like a
11
rapper.
date.
You looking like a
You know
rapper,
what I'm
mama.
saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm playing. What up, though?
Yeah, we here. Man, so we got
Hey Johnny,
Mr.
I'll be right back. Put me down. I'll be right back.
All right. We got
Uh,
Yeah.
Mr. Angelo. Your mic is muted, champ. Unmute your mic. There you go.
The
So listen,
coronation, the coronation is tomorrow. I'm excited. For us to have an opportunity to win a national championship is great.
hold on, the what?
The coronation.
all
It's
right.
great. It's great for us to have the opportunity to win a national championship. When I watched the Rose Bowl, I felt that was really good. But once you guys went to national championship, I couldn't watch it. I was rooting for Washington. Obviously, they were heading to the Big Ten. So this is going to be the first championship I watched in 2 years. I'm excited. I think we're going to get this win. I am nervous about our team. We've played them the last 2 years. They have a lot of film on us, and Marcus Freeman knows a lot about us.
Yeah. And not only that, they played against CJ Stroud 1 year and Kyle McCord. So they know what going up these receivers and very, very talented quarterbacks. And Travion, I remember last year he had a home run, like a 60-yarder on them, which to me, I mean, that wasn't the game, but pretty much that, they just got to limit the big plays of Ohio State, right? Texas did, again, with the exception of the Travion screen pass to, that was a backbreak. It's like 30 seconds left, bro, and you let them score. But I'm going to say this regarding Ohio State. Like I said, when I came on with Johnny, you guys, tough path to the Natty. I got to give you that. I can't sit here and sugarcoat it. I give it to you guys. Those were tough teams you played so far, right? But the job is not done yet. Let me ask you this, Jason, as not only Ohio State fan, but also as an alum of the University of Ohio State. What would a loss do to this fan base, the psyche of the fan base?
It would be very tough because we haven't performed well on the Ryan Day in the big game. Well, obviously, this has been a great ride for us, but we remember 2019. We felt like we should have beat Clemson, so our whole focus in 2020 was take down Clemson. Trevor Lawrence, they all came back. 2021, you guys kind of surprised us, came out of nowhere in 2021. We knew once we lost our season was over with. 2022, we were undefeated. There was some hope. USC lost. 23, y'all ended our season again. So for us, finally getting over that hump. There's no one in the way. And it's one game. There's no team up north in the way. It just comes down to 60 minutes, as Jack Sawyer said. 60 minutes and then forever. We'll be forever national champs. But if we were to lose this game, a lot of people that have been, giving Ryan Day a lot of credit, they will be giving him a lot of flack. And I do think it's going to be hard to ask for another $20 million if we couldn't get it done this year.
Yeah, and what a coincidence that both of your teams, right? The last time Notre Dame and Ohio State was in the national championship, y'all both got jail raped by Alabama. So I guess it's good not to see an SEC team in the Natty for both of y'all. But I would say this. Notre Dame is due for a win against those Buckeyes, bro. I'm just saying. Not saying it's going to happen, but they just been right there on the cusp. And I think Freeman is more level-headed than someone like James Franklin. I don't see Marcus Freeman making those James Franklin kind of mistakes in games, right? He just loses. He lost to Marshall. He lost to Northern Illinois. But besides that, he has a lot of good wins. So it's going to be interesting. This game, a lot of it's going to come down to coaching as well, as much as, the X's and O's. Who's going to make the right calls? There's going to be some 4th and 1s. Who's going to say, man, F that. We going
Oh,
for
we're
it.
going for it. We don't trust our kicker at all. There's no chance we're kicking a field goal.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
can be that's playing with
I've never
fire.
heard if you guys are Notre Dame and you win the toss, are you taking the ball?
No. And the reason why I say that is for 2 reasons. One,
Why?
your defense. No, look. as your defense, you want to set the tone, right? Because it's this game, we know that the team here offensively is Ohio State, right? Get in there, set the tone. You guys scored on your opening possession on the first 3 playoff games this year so far against Tennessee, Oregon, and Texas. Opening drive touchdowns. If I'm Notre Dame, I want to stop that. You know what? Give them the ball. We can't stop them. That's why we heard all week. We can't beat them. We can't line up. Give them the ball. Give him the ball. Let's punch him in the mouth early.
I would not take the ball and give it to Riley Leonard if you've seen that we score every single time on the first possession.
Bro, give it. You got to listen. Jason, you got to remember something. And anything in life, not only sports, to be successful or get something, you gotta sacrifice certain things. There's something that has to be sacrificed. So you can't go in there with that mentality, right? You gotta challenge that. Okay, you guys score, but not us. We're not Oregon, we're not Texas, and we're not Tennessee. We're Notre Dame, and y'all not gonna score on us. And if you are, prove it to us. That's my mentality if I'm Marcus Freeman, right? And he's a Buckeye. Right? And he came from those physical defensive teams. He was a hell of a linebacker. I remember them years because we didn't beat him. You understand? So trust me, the mentality is going to be an aggressive one for them, right? And Leonard, and I think on the offensive side, and I mentioned this on our show on Monday, he needs to use his legs in this game. He needs to get out that pocket because I would say another thing. Your defensive line's been balling these playoffs. I got to call it like it is. Y'all get into the quarterback. Y'all made Texas O-line look mid, bro. I'm like, yo, what's going on out there? Y'all must have sacked you about 5 times. So, you know, Notre Dame, if I'm Riley Leonard, just go. Even if it's 2 yards, that's better than a 6-yard sack. So it's going to be interesting. Again, you guys are the favorite. Y'all talented from top to bottom. Y'all should win this game on paper, right? Should, but you don't win games on paper. Y'all was supposed to beat us, right? So
right.
It's gonna be a lot, man.
Hold on, real quick, right here, Big Earn. Nobody considers your Natty real except for you guys.
Get out.
See, nobody. This is the thing that I need Ohio State and everybody else to realize. We don't give a damn.
Tell them, Johnny.
Because
tell them again.
In your book, who the champ? I don't care what you got written down on your notebook at home. I don't care what you wrote in your little notepad on your phone. The champ is us. You can cry in the corner. You can go to church and pray about it. I don't care what you do. But at the end of the day, Michigan won the 2023-2024 national championship. Get over it. I don't care if you nobody accepts your Natty. Boy,
it's gonna be a new champion in 24 hours. It's gonna be a new champion.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It's gonna be South.
Who won the Natty last year? Or who won the Natty? The last
did.
Yeah,
exactly. That's all that matters. If y'all win it, I'm gonna say y'all won it.
Can't say nothing else.
If we win it, it's gonna be unbearable for a lot of Team Up North fans.
It's already getting there.
Yeah.
Y'all already warming up.
Hold on. Steve, what's going on, champ? I see you there hanging in there quiet. What's going on?
No, I'm just listening. Go proceed, Johnny. Proceed.
All right.
Now go. Well, let me read this real quick.
All right.
Since I'm on probation. Dom sent me $5. Said get out of YouTube probation. Appreciate it. And then I had Devin Murray sent $20. Appreciate your analysis. I appreciate the donations, y'all. And here we go again, real quick. Now here you go. Nope, asterisk.
It's fine.
Don't nobody care about the asterisk in your notepad at your house.
Listen, what's his name?
Think this is like this is real. This is imaginary stuff that you're coming up with.
All right,
to make
so
yourself feel better.
Exactly. So let's talk about it, right? That whole Michigan cheater thing. Let's really dive deep into this real quick.
Let's go.
So for you, the rumor is that Michigan, look how stupid this sounds. Michigan, every single player of every single opponent they play. First of all, that's impossible. Because one, that means you will have to literally have somebody on the other side like, yo, they running trips right, cross left X. And then you got to relate that to your whole defense. Trips right, trips right, trips right. Bro, by then it's you can't stop it. And even if people say, well, it's not that you knew the plays, you knew if it was a run or pass. My man, every single game in football, pros, high school, you do film study. You know what's coming. Run, sweep. You look at film. I play football. We read sweep. And that's exactly what they did. Sweep. So you can't sit here and say, well, you knew that. CJ Stroud in the first game in 21. All right, let's talk about it.
It was cold. It was snowing. He was sick.
No. And guess what? He threw for 394 yards, Jason.
And he was
Tell me, and 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. If we knew all your plays, how is it that he threw for so many yards and we couldn't even intercept him? Because we know every inch you're moving, shit is stupid. Like, come on, bro. You can't be that naive. Okay. Let's go to 22, right? 22. Those touchdowns, that first one to Cornelius Johnson, what happened? It was a blitz. JJ just threw it to him. It was just, let it go. He caught it. He did a move on your corner. Jack Sawyer tried to sweep his legs. He missed. He scored. We didn't know what was coming. He just threw that. And then when Cornelius put your man Martinez in the 19th row, he hit him with that move. Boom, 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 bah! He said, yo, get me some popcorn and a large soda while you up there, my man. And he was wide open, touchdown. Michigan.
We should have beat y'all in 22. We should have beat y'all in 2022.
And no, on top of that, that was winning at halftime in the 22 game. And yet we was only winning by 1 in the 21 game. And all 3 games, all 4 games, late in the 4th quarter, we was only up. Late in the 4th quarter, we only up by 1 possession. Tell me, how did we cheat if we only up by 1 possession like with 7 minutes left? Make it make sense to me. So we waited. We said, no, don't cheat. Don't cheat for 3 quarters. Wait till halfway in the 4th quarter, then we cheat. Come on, guys. I get it.
Our defense let us down 21-22.
Thank you.
Yeah, our defense let us down.
Thank you. That's all it is, bro. Listen, I get it. It's hard. It's a rival. Y'all hate us. We hate y'all. But when you throw out the bias out the way and say, let me really assess this. It's impossible, bro, for Michigan to know everybody's plays. It's just impossible. You can't. You just can't. So
okay, I got a question. My bad to interrupt you. So
no, do your thing, Steve.
Jason, you said the defense let y'all down at 2021 and 2022, right? Did I hear that right? What happened in 2020? What happened in 2023? Who let him down?
He threw an interception when we was about to go down and score at the end of the
Kyle
game.
McCord threw 2 interceptions though.
Yeah, I'm saying, but we had a chance to win the game at the end of the 4th quarter. He threw a pick, and that was game over.
No, that don't mean they would have won. That just like So you seen that play, right? You know he was gonna get sacked. He had to throw the ball, right? You do know that Graham and Moore or Harrell was about to get at him, right?
Yeah.
You understand that, correct?
Yeah.
So what would you have done if 2 guys were running at you?
Throw it away, throw it somewhere.
Exactly. That's what he did. But that's what he did, though. All year, y'all said just throw it to Marvin. That's what y'all said, right? And he threw it to Marvin, and what happened?
It was intercepted.
Okay, so that goes against the narrative that all you got to do is throw it to Marvin, then, right? That's number one. You're done. So here's the thing. Now you said a few minutes ago. Now you also said that what you said. Old State finally got over the hump. If it wasn't for an expanded playoff, what hump would they have gotten over? Because they didn't beat Michigan. So what hump was that?
We wouldn't be in the playoffs.
What hump did you get over? What hump did you get over?
Penn State lost, so we might have made it.
So y'all know what hump did Ohio get over?
Ryan Day winning a big game.
So because it wasn't because of Ryan Day, it was because of the expanded playoff.
That's the cards that was dealt to us. We can't get mad at we knew what the format was.
No, that's not my question. You said they got over the hump. What hump did not what hump were they assisted with? What hump did they themselves get over because of themselves?
Ryan Day winning a big game.
So the only reason they got over this hump is because the playoff was expanded from 4 to 12. That's not getting over a hump.
Yes, it is. We knew before the season started that it was going to be a 12-team playoff. Y'all can't. You're moving the goalposts.
I'm really not. I'm going off what you said. So I'm asking you what hump. So if they would have beaten Michigan, you would have said they got over the hump by beating Michigan. They lose to Michigan. So what hump are you talking about?
Winning a big game, we knew heading into this season that it was going to be an expanded playoff. We knew it wasn't, and we knew heading into the season, Ryan Day could not win the big game, correct? We knew that. So as the season played out, he was able to beat Penn State. He was able to take down Indiana. That a lot of people.
Those are not big games.
No, that is not
Indiana
big
had a great
games,
season.
dude.
That's not Indiana and Penn State. Money, come on, money, come on, money.
We was down 10-0 to Penn State.
10-0 to Penn State. It's Penn State, gang. It's Penn State. That's not a big game.
What are you? They were just in the semifinals.
What is the only reason they were? You know why they were? Hey, Jason, you know.
10 years they played us harder than y'all played us.
You know why they? Well, they got 4 losses. Anyway, do you know why Penn State was in the playoff?
It was expanded.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you talking about? You can't use that as an argument. Penn State's not even good. You talk about Indiana. That's a big game to you, Indiana.
They were ranked. Anytime a ranked versus ranked matchup is a big game.
No, it's not.
Yes,
Bro, stop.
No,
was
it's not.
Indiana not a top 10 team this year?
Yes, that don't mean they were good.
They were at the time they were winning every game that was on their schedule. They had a weak schedule, yes, but you can't move the goalposts and say Indiana wasn't good. They played Notre Dame.
No, you're saying that they're a big game. It's not a big game, dude. For Ohio State, for Michigan too. Indiana is not a big game. In the beginning of the season, Ohio State and Michigan do not circle Indiana on the calendar. They schedule the last. For us, we schedule Michigan State. We schedule y'all. Okay. But like, dude, for real, Penn State is irrelevant, dude. Like, we both dominate Penn State. Penn State, as long as they got Frames Janklin there, they're gonna be tripping over themselves. Okay.
They got everybody coming back. They're gonna be one of the top 3 teams in the Big Ten coming back.
Dog, Jason, y'all haven't lost to them since 2016. Come on, man.
Yeah,
come on, man. Y'all haven't lost to them since 2016.
Right, that you haven't. Maybe you need Jordan Baker to come get some stats. Where's he at? Somebody call Jordan Baker because
has Penn State not had us on the ropes almost every time we played?
That don't mean you lose, Jason. Ali was on the ropes a lot, but he won. What are you talking about, gang?
Yeah.
Y'all are not our only competition on our schedule.
Nobody said that, but they seem to they can't beat them for whatever reason. Ohio can't beat Michigan. Now you keep saying that team up north. Just say Michigan, bro. It's a lot less. It's less syllables, and it takes a lot less time to say.
I can't. It was ingrained when I was there. They do a lot of stuff during that week.
Yeah. You know, Steve. You know that fan base is a weird one. It's a cult. That's really a cult. I'm telling you, it's because they say we obsessed. They say we obsessed with them, right? But they the fan base that calls us T-Ton and scum and dot out X's. That's obsessed with me. That's obsessed.
And they go on Michigan chats the day before the national championship game, bro. Like last season, before we played Washington, I was not going into any Ohio State chat rooms, dog. Like you're obsessed with us, Barrow.
Nah, he's cool though.
All of y'all are. Cool. All of you. It's not just Jason. It's all of them, dude. Like I'm more on Reddit and Twitter. Dog, they're nonstop talking about Michigan. And the thing that's getting me,
a lot of y'all don't give us credit. Y'all saying if we
y'all haven't beat us. That's why we're not giving you credit. You haven't beat us. That's why we're not giving you credit. Because you haven't beat us. So straight up, you get no credit for Michigan fans for beating Oregon, for beating Texas, for all that. Y'all didn't beat us.
Yeah,
and
but Johnny,
no. And the fact that you're trying to no. And the fact that y'all are trying to disrespect the rivalry by saying it doesn't matter is this thing that pisses us off the most.
Hey, we're going to deal with y'all next year. Let us deal with Notre Dame, and y'all better be prepared.
Next year. Okay.
Johnny, here we go. Hey, Johnny. Here we go. Johnny.
Jason,
see,
remember, Steve, remember Jason told you like last month they got the recipe, the blueprint.
And I said that before the playoffs started, he had the blueprint. Look at us now in the national championship.
No, you said
Jason,
the blueprint to be
what's
Michigan.
The blueprint? What's the blueprint?
What's the blueprint, gang?
Transfer portal, NIL.
Okay, but no, that's not. You're not. That's not the blueprint. That's everybody's blueprint. What's the blueprint to beat Michigan on the field? We seen y'all try to pass. We seen C.J. Stroud go for almost 400 yards both games. Y'all couldn't get it done. We seen y'all run the ball. Y'all couldn't get it done.
Yep.
So what blueprint did you have? And mind you, we had one of the worst offenses this season. Our offense is going to be much better next season.
Much better next season.
We're bringing in a number 1 transfer portal tight end.
The tight end.
Where's that LeBron gift?
That was the problem. Yo, Jason, guys, they got it. That was their weakness. Their tight end.
Right, our tight end position.
That was their weakness. That was their weakness. It was and
we went and got the number 1 tight end in the portal that we can get.
Oh my God, dude!
So you had Stover. Wasn't Stover one of your best tight ends in history?
Yep.
Statistically,
he was not always.
But no, but I had him, and what happened?
Jeremy Rucker was a 5-star. Where's he at now? At Costco?
He played for the Jets.
He plays for the Texans. He plays for the Texans.
Rucker plays for the Texans?
Yeah.
Cade Stover.
Stover plays. Yeah. Rucker plays. He's a Chipotle. He's a Chipotle manager over there.
Speaking of the NFL, real quick, did y'all see Mikey yesterday?
Come on, man. No. But remember, that was Connor Stallions. That's why. Connor Stallions. He knew everything.
Y'all
Come on, man.
For Bryce Underwood as a freshman?
No, we don't need. Yo, Jason, we beat you with Davis Warren, bro.
Yep.
Davis bro, you don't understand. Michigan has the blueprint.
Y'all's defense next year is going to be really, really good. I seen y'all got like 10 guys, and y'all had a couple transfers that's going to be really nice on your defense. But there's no way Ryan Day is losing to a freshman quarterback. I don't see that happening.
You don't know if he's going to be the quarterback that game.
You just walk-on quarterback. You just saw a walk-on quarterback. How can you say something declarative like that?
Yeah.
How can you say that, bro? By any metric, our offense will be better.
All that money he's not going to start next year.
Who?
See, don't change the subject. Don't change the subject. Don't change the subject.
No, they don't need Bryce to win. You lost to Cade McNamara, J.J. McCarthy, Davis Warren. 3 of them.
McCarthy was a first-round pick. You can't do that.
I said no. I named 3 names, and all you did was J.J. McCarthy was a first-round pick. Cade McNamara, East Tennessee. Davis Warren gonna be a coach in Western Michigan somewhere. And it don't matter who the quarterback is. You act like the quarterback is not going to be surrounded by 21 other good players. Offensive defense.
Yes. Correct.
That's what you act like.
What you're not understanding is Michigan. This is what Michigan is doing. We continue to get better in the trenches. And where Michigan has beaten Ohio State the last 4 seasons, in the trenches. We say, listen, we know how to beat you guys. That's our style when it comes to y'all. So we got the blueprint until otherwise. Y'all don't have the blueprint. Y'all have to figure it out. Eventually, y'all win a game. Don't get me wrong, because that's how the rivalry is. But I just don't see it next year. At least not next year. Unless, we just 5-6 turnovers. But defensively, because who's going to be your quarterback?
Exactly.
I saw Julian saying. I see him throw the ball against Tennessee. He looked like he looked like Orgy throwing the ball.
He had one bad pass and everyone's running with that, but he's really, really solid. A lot of people were calling him to be the backup over Devin Brown, but Devin Brown's been in the program a lot of years, so seniority played a factor. But Julian Jason,
quarterback. Who gonna be your running backs? Who gonna be your running backs? Because I know they're better than Jordan Marshall.
Virginia, and we still got James Peoples.
But did you see Jordan Marshall against Alabama?
Yeah, he saw it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And we got Hayes.
Yeah, you saw Hayes from Bama coming in. Jason, you close your eyes. He still got that 100 yards. You close your eyes, but he still got 100 yards.
Listen, Jason.
If we go position, next year we're gonna be better than you at wide receiver. Right?
But y'all always have been. That's not even up for debate. Better
than you at corner, right?
What?
At corner?
Yes.
No.
Lord,
no, you're not.
With who?
Because y'all got a 5-star.
Let's go. Let's go through it. We talking about next season, brother. We win or lose this game. I think we're gonna win. It's up for debate. But
your corners this year are trash. Burke is trash.
We're gonna be better. That's a fact, right?
Okay.
Okay, at corner next season, are we gonna be better than y'all?
No.
Yes.
No.
Who's your corner?
You got who that better than Jair Hill?
Linebacker, y'all.
Linebacker.
No, we're loaded at linebacker. We're loaded at linebacker.
Bro, Johnny. See, Johnny.
Wait, y'all not going through position by position.
All right, no. Let's do it. Steve, let's do it. All right, Jason, your linebacker.
one.
Who's your linebacker next season?
We don't have no one. Maybe Sonny Styles coming back. Y'all,
But that's how we got Ernest Hausman.
We got linebackers are gonna be better than us next year.
Our linebackers are gonna be better.
Right.
Our secondary is gonna be better. Listen, yo, you got a freshman. Who's coming back?
Caleb Downs is still coming back. We gonna have the
best. He's a safety,
not a corner.
He's a safety. You set corners, but if you want to do, and we got Rod Moore coming back.
That don't mean we got.
So Caleb Downs coming back means something, but Rod Moore, who called ball game on y'all and never lost to y'all, don't mean nothing. He was gonna be one of the best safeties coming into the season.
We got the best safety coming into college football next year.
It's okay. We got Rod Moore, bro.
See, Jason, hold up. See, the thing is, you guys always have an amazing roster. You guys always have 5-star this, 5-star that. Yep. None of that ever matters because we always beat you in the trenches. Okay. That's just what it is. And we run the ball. The thing also that y'all are not recognizing is that you guys, and we'll see this tomorrow as well, do not want to run the ball to win the game. You'll run the ball as a necessity, but you won't run the ball to win the game. And we will run the ball to win the game. That's why we win the past 4 years.
There he is, Jordan Baker. There he is, the stats guy, the numbers guy. There he is. What's up, Jordan Baker?
Hold on, let me give Garrison a proper introduction.
Get him! I'm hearing nonsense.
I'm not even looking at the screen.
I'm about to get off here. You got it. Let's go. Do your
thing.
No,
you got to go. But this is Garrison. We all know him from Voice of College Football.
All American.
He loves Michigan, but he's
Ohio State. Didn't know,
yeah, you up here. You in it. You in it.
I was looking at. No, I was looking at something. First off, Johnny, how'd you get banned?
Uncle Lou, I'm in probation right now.
Probation for what?
I took a little Uncle Lou clip laughing at Ohio State, and he flagged it.
Uncle Lou? Who's Uncle Lou?
The rapper?
No, Uncle Lou's he's a very big housewall page. He's a Georgia fan. He has a very big football page.
Oh my God! See, this is the problem. These dudes are too sensitive, bro.
That's crazy. That's free promotion. Second question.
Here we go,
hey, Johnny. I saw you laugh at my comment, so I know you saw it. Why are we talking about teams sitting on the couch when there's a net? It said, let me read this again. National Championship Live. Now, and don't get me wrong, my friend Johnny. I know this is your page. It's a Michigan channel, but I'm confused on how we got into a conversation about the 2025 game between our two respective programs. When right now we have a national championship that comes on tomorrow to watch, and we're talking about teams that are sitting at home.
We're
talking about teams that in the last month have as many yards as I do.
Yeah.
0.
Well, it's funny because again, the arrogance is you was in the same position last year. So y'all act like this is a normal occurrence. It's not a normal occurrence.
Wait,
so this is the first time. And no, it ain't no way. The first time in 4 years, you in a better position than Michigan in the postseason. So y'all gotta stay humble, bro. Oh, your team is on the couch. Yeah, and that same team beat your bum ass team.
I said why are we talking about teams?
Because
teams?
we beat.
Because
it's college football.
Wait, brother, wait. Teams has an S on the end, which means it's plural, which means it could be anybody. I'm simply asking why are we? This could have been Oklahoma, and I would ask you this could have been Oregon, and I would still ask you why are we talking about teams sitting on the couch?
Because we can.
We talk about whatever.
If you don't like it, bounce game. Nobody asked you to come up here.
I was just asking.
No, I'm going to tell you. I'll answer. For one, we talk college football, just not only Michigan. It's a Michigan page.
You clearly know.
No, we know. No. You ain't joking, but you also mean it at the same time. I know you, Garrison. I know you're. No, it's not offensive. I just know.
No. I just want to go into this conversation because I like what Jason was talking about, and when you guys Like, let me get this straight real quick, because I'm sure you guys. It sounds like you guys didn't finish it. You said safety would go to Ohio State or to you guys.
Who said that?
No, I'm asking you. You guys are breaking
He
down
said
position next year. No,
he said OSU has the
no,
best.
I'm
safety.
asking you. When you guys are going by position, did you guys for safety? Did you say you guys or us?
One player, just you, Caleb Downs as a player.
Michigan.
Michigan as a group. Yep, as a
Safety's
unit.
Michigan. I'm taking Michigan.
So you're taking your starting two over Ohio. You're taking Rod Moore and whoever over Caleb Downs and whoever.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Do you believe Rod Moore is a better safety than Caleb Downs?
No, my man, we answered your question. Yes.
We're having a football conversation, Steve.
No, we are.
No. I say, wait. IQ. I got him, Steve. I got him. IQ wise, knowing where to be, communication, tackling, Rob Moore's right up there. The problem is Caleb Down is a more athletic safety than Rob Moore. I'll give him that. He's not miles. He's not miles better than Rob Moore. No.
I didn't say he's miles better. Johnny knows this. I have been
slightly. Slightly.
I have been against Rob Moore going back to Michigan because I thought last year he could have left. He would have been a late first or early second round pick, and you get injured before the season starts, and now you're coming back knowing there's a chance to do it again and losing money on the table. But so I know how good Rob Moore is.
I know you do.
But you said you would take. But let me get this straight. A simple yes or no will suffice. You would take Rod Moore over Caleb Downs. All three of you guys said, right? No. Johnny just said that. Johnny said that.
No, I didn't say. I said you. No. You see, Garrison, you're notorious. You said,
dude, stop.
No,
Johnny, did
no,
you?
no.
Wait, Johnny, I just asked, would you take Rob Moore or Caleb?
You didn't. You said who's better? Who's better? And I'm telling you,
who'd you take?
What?
I'm asking, who'd you take?
I'm taking Rob Moore because Rob Moore never lost to Ohio State. Caleb Downs twice in the same year. Get him out of here.
Okay, we're talking about the players, not the team.
So Rob Moore, I'm gonna take Rob Moore. I'm gonna take Rob Moore.
Do you believe Rob Moore is a better safety and football player than Caleb Downs?
Caleb Downs is probably better.
Slightly.
Who is your other? Hold on. Who is your other safety?
For next year. No, for next
Who?
year, it's probably either going to be McLean or Hartford.
Have they played any?
Yes, Malik played last year as a freshman.
All right, not this year.
Did he play in the Missouri game?
Yeah.
You know y'all weren't rotating like that last year.
No, but I mean, you bring it. I don't know who laughed at the Missouri game. Missouri was at 0 points until the last 10 minutes of the game.
And you only scored 3.
I know, but you laughed about like they.
Yeah, because your whole starting defense came back.
Go ahead. Hey man.
So I mean, it would be Malik Hartford probably, but Malik didn't play a lot this year, part because of injury and also because Ransom was healthy all year for the first time in his career. So I mean, no, like me, I mean, I'd probably say like because your other safety is going to be who?
Hicks probably.
Hillman.
Metcalf.
Metcalf. DJ Mangum.
Curtis did his thing as a freshman. Did his thing.
Okay, so like I don't know. I think this is fair across all sides. I don't know if Malik Hartford or like McLean are going to be better than those guys you just named. I don't know that the same way you guys don't know if those guys.
Well, we know
the same way you guys don't know if those guys are going to be better than our other safety. So I mean, and maybe there's a chance. I mean, if Hillman stays at safety, I think he probably goes down to linebacker. But if he stays at safety, I think because of how he hits and like the time he has played, I would probably say right now going into next year, I would give you guys a slighter edge as a duo at safety over Downs and whoever else is. Only because, but I'm basically if Hillman stays at safety, I think Hillman's a really good damn player. Okay, now you guys are talking about corner. Okay. Next year, your guys' corners are going to be Jair and
Zeke.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you guys each of this one by one. Do you believe any of those corners, Johnny, are better than Jermaine Matthews?
I really can't say for sure, honestly.
But what do you like?
I hear y'all hype him up, but I haven't.
I mean, he was a freshman All-American. not in the Big Ten, a freshman All-American last year. This year, he's played way more snaps at the end of the year and has been locked down like the rest of that secondary has. So I would ask, like based off that knowledge that we have now, do you believe any of your corners are better than Jermaine Matthews? Who, mind you, and like Johnny, you know this, like most Ohio State fans over the year, we have told you that he is the best cover corner on the team.
I've been hearing y'all hype him up all year.
And when you see him on the field, the proof is in the pudding.
I saw him draw a flag. That's what I saw.
So did I.
But
what's that? Oh, dude, I played corner in college. We all draw flags. We all get burnt.
No one does it like Ohio State cornerback.
I hate that stupid argument. I hate that stupid argument. Like, it's like, listen, dude, corners get beat. Corners do holding. Corners do that.
All right, when it comes to your corners,
Will Johnson is one of the best, like, just like in terms of I think Will Johnson at corner is a generational talent. Like, everyone likes to throw that word around. I don't. He's a generational talent. Take away Marv. I saw that nigga get beat early in the year by lesser talent. Niggas get beat, bro.
Who beat him? He only gave up 2 touchdowns. No. And he had 3.
Johnny,
beat for 20 yards. That's Mickey Mouse.
Johnny, do you remember? All right. Let's see. Hold on, Johnny. Look, guys, we watched that Fresno State game. Now, I'm not saying that Fresno State threw for 300 yards on you, but there were times in that game when we saw they were targeting Will Johnson.
And we saw him jump around on three wide receivers when he was over there by himself and take one to the house. So what are you talking about?
Stevie, listen.
My name is Steve, but bro, don't call me. You know my name. Jordan Baker, you know my name. Bro.
I'm simply saying corners get beat. Corners hold. It happens.
But you act like Jermaine. We don't watch y'all like that. We don't watch y'all.
I'm going to answer your question.
Hold up, man. So you asked about Matthews. Are you watching Zeke Berry and Jair Hill? We don't watch Matthews.
Zeke Berry's a nickel.
No, he started to corner.
A nickel what?
Like the last 3 games.
All season was he a boundary or a nickel corner? I'm talking about
my man. He's a cornerback. What are you talking about?
All right, Johnny, I can't hear you. Someone's yelling. What?
You said games he played the best on the outside.
Correct.
Okay. So my question is like this. So I'm asking. Jermaine Matthews was a freshman All-American, and by all accounts has been lights out this season. Why do you believe Jair Hill? Jair Hill next year will be your CB1, or was it? I'm guessing. Why do you believe that he is better than Jermaine Matthews? Like,
who did they play against that throws the ball a lot? Who did Ohio State play against that throws the ball 300 plus yards? Who? Tell me. Maybe Indiana. That's it. Who
Oregon.
Else? Who thinks the freshman? Oregon. They put up 32 points on you. What are you talking about?
Wait. I'm sorry. Everyone here, because maybe Steven, right? Maybe Steven didn't watch any of the playoffs, and if he didn't, it's understandable.
Man, freshman All-American has to do with the season, not the postseason. Next, try again, Jordan Baker. It's about the season, not the postseason. Try again, Jordan Baker. Try again.
Did Ohio State and Oregon play again?
We don't. You said he's a freshman All-American. That has to do with the 12 regular season games.
Maniac.
That's what it has to do with.
Maniac. The second time Ohio State and Oregon played, what was the score? What was the score before Oregon's first touchdown?
But you said like 30
something season, though. But look, right, it's body of work. No, Garrison, it's true. Yeah, it's not because Steve is a Michigan fan. It's true. It's body of work. You can't just say, this. The reason, I'm going to give you a reason why I'll pick Hill and Zeke over your corner.
And don't forget about Hillman.
They started early. A little suspect, right? Our secondary was having trouble. They got it together. And once they got it together, man, we seen them.
No, not your secondary. Just Jair.
Yeah. He started to do good.
Jair said he never played corner until at Michigan. That's what he said. He got better as the year went on.
No, I'm asking, what has he done, or what about his game makes him better than Jermaine?
But we don't watch Jermaine like that. Just like you don't watch.
But why is it? No.
Wait, Steven. Wait, Johnny.
One at a time.
Johnny and Maniac. Do I not have a show that is half Ohio State, half Michigan? Yes or no?
Yeah,
true.
I watch every Michigan game twice a week this season. I study your guys' games. I go through all the analytics. Don't sit here and think that I don't watch your games. It's for my show. It's my job to watch you.
I don't care. I don't watch your crappy show, man. You get 7 viewers on your live. Why would I watch that nonsense? Why would I watch it?
Views.
But
Wait, I gotta see this. Wait, we had 7 views. Let me see this. We only had 7 views.
It was the last live, but somebody tagged me, said go to it. It was 7 people bro. The same people
brother. You do know the show is less than 2 months old, right?
It was 7. It's still 7. I don't care how old it's been, but 7 is still 7.
And by the way,
just be 10. Congratulations.
Just because you may not be technically sound, I'll give you some insight. Yeah, that's on YouTube. Also, yeah, the fact that on my own X account, I have about 150 people that watch my show.
Oh wow, man! Oh man,
during the live,
150 people. Stop the pressure,
Johnny. Can I ask you a question, Johnny? If let's say if about 300 people are currently watching the live, not after the fact, but if they're currently watching the live, 300 people, and you're a relatively new show, that's pretty good, is it not?
We talk about YouTube. Don't put Johnny. This is me and you. This me and you.
All right.
This me and you. No, this me and you. Don't leave Johnny out of this, Jordan Baker. This me and you. Me and you.
All right, if you're gonna call me Jordan Baker, I'm gonna keep calling you Stevie. Now, Stevie.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, go ahead, Jordan Baker. Go ahead, like Mike. Go ahead. Yellow cake. What all you want, guys?
Yellow cake. That's suspect coming out of your mouth.
No, but that's what you look like.
That's crazy.
Hold on.
Steve,
hold on, Steve. All right, look. I get it. Listen, I get it. Yeah, listen.
Another man called yellow cake is nasty work.
Let me ask you, Jermaine Matthews.
You know what's nasty work? Getting mad because your flag got planted, and then getting mad at your equipment manager. That's nasty work. No, I'm talking about you. That's nasty with Jack Sawyer, that little hoe that y'all did with all American. That y'all call That's nasty work, bro.
Hold on, guys.
Bro.
So Jermaine Matthews, where was he in the first Oregon game?
Oh, he actually didn't play one snap.
Why? Well, he's the All-American. Why?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of Ohio State fans in that game, right, and like including me, like I talked about, like on Scar and Blue Shot, I was really pissed off because it was very clear in that game that Burke was being targeted, and for some kind of like in the game against you guys, but with Chip Kelly, but same thing.
Man, answer the question, man.
Dude. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking.
Well, answer the question, Jordan Baker. Nobody asked you that. You going to long soliloquy. Answer the question.
Let him talk, y'all. Let him talk.
You ask this man a question, he gonna talk about everything but the answer. Answer the question, bro.
I'm good at doing
that. I am answering. Dude, are you daft?
No, but I'm answering the question. Dams, bro. Answer the question, bro.
I'm rolling with Steve.
Answer the question.
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat everything I just said again because
oh Lord, man, we're gonna be here for hours, dog.
I had no idea I was on the Stevie show.
No, bro, you always do this though. They ask you what color's the sky. Well, actually, look what happened when I got up. I opened the blinds, right? Then I went to eat breakfast. Nobody asked you that. What color is the sky, bro?
He does do that though, man.
You do that a lot, clown.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If I'm asked a question, one second, Johnny. For like you, Go Blue, Brad. If I'm asked a question, don't get mad at the way I'm answering it. I'm gonna answer the way I want to.
You be talking in circles, man. We just want you to say to the
Maniac. Can I please
answer your question? Other people though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maniac. I'll answer your question. So like in that game, bro.
Let him get it out.
Game, bro.
You got to let people get it out so you can get your points off too.
Because I was literally about to finish before I was really interrupted by this.
Just get Garrison. Come on, just get ahead. So we don't.
I'm trying to. All right. But Jim knows in that game was stubborn. He was being an idiot, and he wouldn't bring Jermaine in the game. And in that, I believe that Burke cost us the game, and with Burke costing us that game, like you get the point. What I'm saying is, Jermaine didn't play that game. Coaches make mistakes. Coaches make dumb decisions. That was a dumb decision.
How much did he play this year, though? He didn't play that much this year.
No.
In the first 4 games, no. After that, yeah. And over the playoffs, and then like last game, he had more snaps than Burke.
All right, so
I don't think he was hurt.
Let's stay on course.
I think he missed that tackle and got taken out.
The only thing Ohio State, to me, is gonna have coming back, this clear cut, no argument, is the wide receiver room. We're talking about unit, secondary, Michigan. Linebackers, Michigan. Defensive line, Michigan. O-line, Michigan. And quarterback.
Why D-line? Why D-line?
Oh, he hasn't followed our defense.
You don't see what we got coming back?
See, no, you're assuming something when I'm asking a simple question.
I say you don't see who we got.
Of the guys that were returning. like they're like I don't get me wrong, I know like you guys rotate and all that, but production wise, like tell me what they've done.
Derek Moore, he was a starter from the
Derek Moore's a
beginning.
good player.
He did
Rashawn
good.
Penny.
TJ Guy, he as a rotation player, he came
He
on
did
late in the
phenomenal.
season. He did good.
He was doing. You ain't watch him at the Ohio State game. He was doing good
We
against
got
Ohio State too.
we got a true freshman, right? I'm not even going to Jay Sean Burnham is moving to edge, right?
Rashawn
And I
Penny.
think he's a raw talent. He's a raw talent, huh?
Hey, y'all,
I said
here's the
Burnham,
thing y'all not seeing. That he wants stars. Michigan create players that
Fact.
can play together.
Fact.
He's bringing
Fact.
up stars.
That.
See, we don't have to have stars to win the game.
Yeah.
And Garrison, I want you and your fan
Wait,
base to do this.
one question. If you guys develop, what happened this season?
It doesn't. Okay, you right, Garrison. Just answer this one time. Do y'all respect Michigan?
I respect any blue blood program.
No, answer the question. Because if y'all respect
You see what I'm
Michigan, it would.
He's a damn.
Do y'all respect Michigan?
Yeah, all right.
Man, where's Steven at? Steven, you see that?
Yes, Cameron. To fully answer your question, yes, I respect Michigan. Like, I'm not going to say here. I think to not respect your rival would be stupid.
Okay.
But they haven't in the past 4 years.
What do you mean? Who? What do you mean, fans?
What I mean by your team haven't respect Michigan in the 4 years
I'm sorry, Cameron. You can't.
I'm gonna tell you why, Garrison. I'm gonna let you cook. I'll tell you why.
You can't say that. You're not in the locker room. You're not at the Woody Hayes facility.
If I can't say that, why is they crying every time we win the game? Why is it excuses after excuses after excuse?
Bro, wait. All right. I'm gonna say a quote.
It's not.
Wait, I'm gonna say a quote.
It's not Garrison.
I'm gonna say a quote, Cameron, and tell me who said this. I saw it was about this far short. Who said that?
Oh, that's Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
That's Jim Harbaugh.
But that's a controversial call.
Okay,
that was a controversial call.
It's also controversial. It's also controversial to have 12 yards in the fourth quarter. What I'm saying is,
no. But we beat y'all non-controversial. We beat y'all on the field.
Coaches throughout history, bro, make like they say things, they make excuses. Like I don't care about.
Okay,
I'm saying to stay here and say that the other team doesn't respect that other team, or they go in that game not respecting them is a ridiculous thing. There is no. I promise you, if you play the game of football and you get to the end of the season against your rival, and you're both undefeated or have one loss, or you're coming there playing for it all.
Well, we know Ryan. They don't respect the rivalry. Talking about
they don't respect us, bro.
And Coach
Ryan Day have
don't respect the rivalry. What are you talking about, man?
Hey, everybody know this.
I'm listening, Cameron.
Ryan Day said he's gonna drop 100. That means you don't respect the opposition that's in front of you, bro. Come on, Garrison.
There it is.
One second, Cameron. What year did he say that?
He said that right before. He said that what it was about a couple years ago. He said that
2020, bro. And Cameron, do you remember why he said that?
It doesn't matter. You got to respect your opponent. Come on, Garrison, bro.
Cameron, I'm asking you a simple question, bro. Like I'm not arguing with you or anything.
I get that. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, we're cool. Do you know why he said that? You don't. Let me know.
No. What's the reason?
The reason he said that he said this right after. The reason he said that was because in the Big Ten conference call, Jim Harbaugh went on there snitching about Ohio State and things they probably were doing or not doing. There's no proof of it, and then. And which got turned to a very heated conversation between all the Big Ten coaches all the coaches. And after that, that's why he said that. And let's be quite frank here. The prior year, it was 63 then 56 points, bro. The way you guys looked that season, it wasn't like craziness. Like, do I think he's gonna score 100? No, but you get the point we're saying, bro. And
why would you?
But Garrison, my thing is
coach talk. It's coach speak. Like, what?
It doesn't matter, Garrison. Because look what happened,
guys. This is getting off the rails.
It's the opposite of that, bro. Come on.
It's coach speak, bro. I'm not gonna say here.
Speak is the opposite of that.
I'm not gonna say here and do talking points about something that was said.
All right,
Cameron. Wait, hold on. What's the topic though? You guys talking about?
No, the D. All right, hold on. So hold on. We're talking about the D line, right? I said our D.
Michigan's D line is gonna be way better. Ain't no doubt about that.
The only position
way better. Like wait.
Yeah. So Garrison, you realize we have a game.
We're talking about respect, and you just said your D line is gonna be way.
Oh, they're gonna be way better.
They're gonna be way better.
It's been better. It's been
better. Losing everybody. You losing everybody.
But hold on. So here's the thing: we have a game. We have a game where the D line that's going to be playing next year played, and they dominated. we actually have. I know it's one game, but we have an actual game where we saw how these players are going to play, and they absolutely dominated
against starters at that.
So I mean,
they did. Very. I mean, I was very. I picked you guys to win.
And we
Hey,
picked
John.
up. And we picked up 2 more players since then.
I just stopped in to give one statistic. I've been putting it in the chat like a pest. But this talk about Ohio State, Michigan, and cheating and all that BS. Well, they don't talk about Ryan Day and the catapult stuff. I mentioned that earlier. But, you know, Johnny, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself and listening to all this chatter. How does cheating come into play when we ran the ball right down their throat for 929 yards the last 4 games?
I haven't said one thing about cheating.
Let me finish,
I haven't said one thing about cheating.
Let me finish, please. And this year, Garrison,
I haven't said anything about cheating, Dom.
We beat the $20 million roster with a retarded quarterback that threw yards.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how are we talking about cheating and this and that? It's like,
hey, Dom,
Garrison,
Dom,
you guys are under the pressure.
Dom,
you guys
Dom,
are under the pressure.
Dom,
you guys lose Monday. Oh, boy. If you
Dom,
guys
I don't
lose
care
Monday,
about the cheating
there's
thing.
gonna
Dom,
be a lot of crow to eat, sir.
Dom, you're talking to a different Buckeye. You're talking to a different Buckeye fan. I've been consistent with this all season, and I'm going to say the same. And I'm going to say the same thing now. I do not until it's all finished. I do not care to talk about that cheating crap. Because I don't know how big of a advantage it played. Do I think it's bad? It's wrong. Yeah, but I don't care to talk about it, dude. Like it's a pointless conversation to me, bro.
It sounds.
I do give Garrison
I
do give
Steven's still
Garrison
here.
props though. He never bring up the cheating stuff. Like
Is Steven still here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven,
Yeah. What's
you're
up,
like
with
one of the most rational, intellectual, composed people
Why, thank
that
you.
come into these
Why, thank you.
chatterboxes.
Composed.
I am
Why, thank you.
surprised, sir, that you let Garrison get under your skin because all he does is project. He wants to pump everybody up. But
it's okay, Dom.
The bottom line, Garrison, man, it's only 8.
hey man, look, man, Garrison gonna be feeling good tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie.
Ryan Day folds again, man. Woo! Ryan Day folds again. That's gonna be a tough one to digest. I
don't see a scenario, if I'm being honest.
We have nothing
being Tennessee, Dom?
talk about asterisks. The asterisks on your schedule because we beat you.
There's
you got 2
asterisk
losses,
there. I don't
so
care what
we beat you.
Dom,
Dom,
Auburn beat Alabama. They still won the Natty. LSU had 2 losses. They still won the Natty.
That's
Wait,
not
Dom. See, Dom.
There's only one game that matters.
Dom, you can't win. Dom.
That's at November 29th here in Ann Arbor. I can give you shit about it.
Dom. Here's my problem.
Sir.
You say something.
Yes.
And then when I give you an instance of when another team had lost to their rival, won a national championship, when I give you an instance of another team, it rarely happens, but it happens. And over that, this happened, twice over the last 10, 20 years. And then when I bring up LSU, who also did it, and you sit here and dismiss it, then we can't have an honest conversation.
17 years ago. 17 years ago.
Dude, I just said within the last 20 years.
All that matters to me.
It is, because it rarely happens.
I just said that.
All that matters to me, okay? I don't care about anybody else. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing that matters to me after living in Cowtown, USA for 20 years, the only thing that matters is beating Ohio State. We could go 1-11 every year. That is the only thing that matters. You know why? Because I don't have to listen to your crap.
And Dom, that's actually the exact same thing with them as well, but they changed the narrative now that they went to the championship.
See, don't say y'all.
Yes.
Well, hold on, guys.
Look. All right, see, wait. I just heard Garrison projects.
Garrison, my fault.
You just projected my whole fan base on me. I don't feel that way.
Hear me out. I live here in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Pray for me, y'all.
Yeah.
I follow YouTube channels, Twitters, everything, what it is. They're in the midst of the championship, and these Buckeye fans are still hurt. And I'm gonna tell you why. They're still literally like Garrison can give me the look all he wants to. Every single conversation, they're still bringing Michigan up. Y'all in the middle of a national championship and still talking about Michigan?
Johnny, just
Are
stop.
you
Johnny,
serious?
stop. Everyone stop. Johnny. When I came in here, what was my
It's
first
my
comment, Johnny?
listen. It's my time to talk. Let me cook.
Yeah.
So we sit there during press conference. They're still doing interviews. Ryan Day is they have this false Morado. Hopefully I said that word right.
Bravado.
Bravado. Ever since we lost that team to Michigan, we have now found ourselves. We're this team now. We're a team of destiny now. Man, cut the crap, man. Stop trying to use Michigan or whatever to act like y'all didn't found who y'all really are now. No, y'all still the same. Y'all still the same Buckeyes. Y'all are still soft. Y'all still cannot beat Michigan.
Brad,
Every conversation on YouTube or whatever is Michigan. I'm like, man, listen. When we won our national championship last year, we did not bring Ohio State up not one time. But then again, I understand why we. But then again, I understand
we beat
why we didn't
everybody.
bring Ohio State
Brad,
up
how
because
long have
we
you been
beat.
listening to Johnny's live today?
You said what?
How long have you been listening to Johnny's live today?
I listen to it all day.
Okay. All right. So you just said that Ohio State fans continuously bring up you guys. Now, when I first got when I was listening earlier, then I asked him. I said, "Bro, why are we talking about teams sitting on the couch and the joke?" Of course, I'm talking about you guys. I said when it says
that's why I brought it up.
And it says National Championship Live. I've been listening this whole time. No Ohio State fan brought up you guys in this live. So
no, I'm not even. I'm talking about just in general.
In
I'm
general,
not even talking about this live. What are you talking about,
Brad? I'm in spaces all the time. I watch YouTube pages all the time, bro. We don't talk about y'all like that.
Bro, no, please don't do that, Garrison.
Are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter. I have a large.
Are you on Best Damn Spaces?
I got a large following on Facebook.
Yes. Are you on Best Damn
family
Spaces?
members. I have family members that are huge Buckeye diehard
Okay, are
fans,
you in the
season ticket holders? They're still bringing up Michigan. Literally, I'm not.
Do you go in the
I can
Best
send
Damn Media
screenshots to you.
Do you
I
go
literally
in the
can
Best
send
Damn Media
screenshots to you. I'm not just
Nobody
talking
goes in that trash, man. Nobody. They all
Literally.
best BDS. They
Ohio
trash.
State still, listen,
Cam,
hey,
Chris
literally.
Drew,
Okay,
Rail,
look.
Dog, Mike. They all garbage.
They do
Jack
very well for
Sawyer is
themselves.
still bringing.
They
Hold on,
garbage though.
let
I don't
me
care how well they do.
Jack Sawyer is bringing. There's quotes from Jack Sawyer still bringing up Michigan.
Dude, so are we going to talk
So
about
what
the
are you
national?
talking
Are we going
about?
to talk about the national title game or what?
So for you to
I'll
be
talk.
sitting
I
there,
want to talk about that because look,
for
guys,
you
at
to
the
sit
end of
there
the
and
day,
say we on the side, why are we bringing up teams that's on the couch? Why is
Yeah.
the national championship team that should be getting ready to prepare for a championship still talking about
Bro,
Michigan?
stop projecting my fan base on me. I am me. My thoughts are my own. I'm my
So
own.
hold on.
so
I have my
Here's
own
the deal.
Buckeye fan.
Guys,
look,
hold on. Remember where this conversation was supposed to go. This was supposed to be position for position next season, Michigan, Ohio State. The
Yep.
only thing that Ohio State, Garrison, that y'all have over us going into next season
The
is wide
punter.
receiver, and that's it. Because
The punter.
even you could say what you want about Mikey King, he's more experienced than any quarterback on your roster. So
Yep.
And they were trying to go to a
yeah,
portal for a quarterback.
your O line ain't gonna be better than ours. Your
Nope.
D line ain't gonna be better than ours. Even
Nope.
though it might not be light years better than yours, but it will be. Our
Running back.
secondary and linebackers, y'all gonna be talented. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying here you guys are gonna fall off the earth, but trust me, y'all replacing a lot. Yes, y'all replacing it with talent, but a lot of these are unproven. So we're gonna see, man. Michigan is gonna be the better team. I'm pretty sure that,
Y'all coming
regardless.
to the crib. Y'all about to meet the
all
whole
right, yo, but
Do you think by
real quick,
do you think by week 12, before the Big Ten championship game, you guys will be a top 5 team?
We're gonna blow y'all out.
Yeah. Yes, we will be in the top 10.
Yeah.
I'll say
Top,
top 10.
No.
Top three, top two.
You just told me that you guys will be more talented than us next year. You'll be
Yeah.
better position by position next year. So if you are more talented than Ohio State next season, that would essentially be saying you are the most talented team in the Big Ten. So I'm asking you, do you believe you guys are going to win the Big Ten?
So that ain't what he
You
said.
can't say that. Y'all were more talented than us this season. That doesn't mean you could be hold on, Garrison. You could be more talented than a team. That doesn't mean you're gonna have more success than that team.
All right,
We proved it against y'all 4 years in a row.
I agree with you. Just because you have more talent doesn't mean you're a better team.
Correct.
But you said you guys are going to have more talent than us.
Mm-hmm.
Now, essentially, I'm going to believe you're going to be a better team than us.
Harmony.
Yeah.
So if you believe that, are you willing to say that you guys will be a top 3 team next season?
It depends who's there, who's having good seasons.
No, bro. If you are 12-0 before the Big Ten championship, like you think you're going to be,
well, obviously it'd be top 3. They're 12-0.
I think
that's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear.
I think we'll be
12-0. 12-0.
No, 10-1. 10-1 going into the Ohio State game.
Who's your loss?
I think it could be Wisconsin on a slip up or Oklahoma. That's it.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. No, Steve. Why? No, Steve. Steve, hold on. You know why I say that?
Watch football.
No, hold on.
I'm
I get it. We should. We're gonna be favored. But it's gonna be on the road, and the quarterback situation is week 2. If that shit was week 4, 5, that's an easy win. Week 2.
Maniac, what do you know about Oklahoma?
They're a good defense. They got a good defense.
And what did they just get out the portal?
I don't know. I didn't speak what they got.
They just got the number 1 player, aka the number 1 quarterback out the portal.
Quarterback at the portal, yeah.
They tough. I know.
You are not. If you guys are favored there, it's going to be by at the most 1.5 points. I don't think you guys are going to be favored in that week.
It's going to be.
That's a toss-up game. That's a toss-up game.
It
is. Especially if like, listen, like I've been very adamant on this. Bryce Underwood is someone. He's a talent that I believe if it doesn't work out, I would blame it on coaching. I think it's really hard to fail with a kid like down the road with a kid like that with that much talent and that much promise. But he's still a freshman, and I think that like to dismiss Oklahoma at home while they're at home and possibly bringing in an average subpar quarterback or a true freshman, dude, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, it is. I know. That's what I'm saying. That could be only because it's week 2. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah.
You know who's not a freshman? You know who's not a freshman? The left tackle, the center, the right guard, the right tackle, the whole D line, and the secondary. They ain't freshmen. The running back, he ain't a freshman. Justice Haynes ain't a freshman. So we're not depending on Mikey King to go out there and beat Johnny Manziel. You can hand the ball up 30 times. They can't stop them from getting 300 yards rushing. They can bring in the number 1 quarterback all day. Quarterback can't tackle.
And our offensive line gonna be like that.
That's true. It's going to be interesting. That game is going to be interesting. Trust me.
Yeah, that's why I say it's a toss-up. Now, any other game, I'm going with Michigan.
Oklahoma lost 6 wide receivers.
I know one thing. We're going to beat Ohio State.
And you know why, Garrison, you know why I'm that confident? The reason I'm so confident about that, with Davis Warren, right? Alex Orji and Jack Tuttle, this Michigan team won 8 games. I don't think no other coach in America would have been able to coach this team to 8 wins. Bro, with that quarterback, that was arguably. Wait, I'm not capping.
Wait, repeat that again. Wait. I think
the quarterback.
I think I heard
quarterback position.
Did you just say that no other coach could coach this team to 8 wins?
Not with that quarterback.
Yes, he said that.
Yeah. Bad.
No.
It was very bad.
Bro, Garrison, listen, I'm 43 years old. I'm an 80s baby. I've seen a lot of good Michigan quarterback. Hold on. That was the worst quarterback room since Rich Rod's first year. And they might have been a little better. I'm just being honest. And we still won 8 games. That's crazy.
Maniac, you know what's so crazy too? I literally
can I jump in at any point?
I watched the highlights. Probably a couple of days ago of our quarterback room. I didn't realize how terrible they was until you like actually watch film. Like, film exposes everything. When you watch the film, how terrible they was, I was like, damn, like it was really bad.
Hey Johnny, who said that? Who said that in March? And no one wanted to listen.
Oh yeah, you did say that about the
You did, yeah.
Real quick though about the Natty. I don't see this has been real. I don't see a scenario where Notre Dame wins. I think Ohio State is going to win the national championship. I hate to say it. It is going to happen. I think they're going to enjoy it. It's going to be sweet for them. It's not going to be as sweet as ours, of course, obviously, but it's still going to be sweet. It's like you eat a good cupcake or whatever, right? But it's like a little bitter taste at the end, kind of sweet. But it's still chip at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's still chip at the end of the day. They're going to celebrate their chip, and it is what it is. We got to. I hate to say it. There's a lot of cope going on with us Michigan fans that we're trying to find There's nothing that trumps a natty. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
No, of course.
Nothing trumps a natty. Nothing
Okay.
trumps a
But
natty.
Michigan
At the
man,
end of the
Michigan
day,
man,
we
they
can
have
talk
to
about
play.
we beat them,
We
we
can
beat
say
this,
what
that,
we
and the
want to
third.
say.
Nothing
They have
trumps a
not played.
natty, bro.
They have not played that game yet. I tend to think that you know what, O-State is the favorite. Being the favorite don't mean you're gonna win on that field. They have not won that game
winning,
yet.
Steven? Who you got winning?
I don't know who's gonna win, but I said I don't. I said right now. I
didn't ask who you know is gonna win.
No, but but now you want me to answer questions. I've been asking you questions, Mike Bibby, all day, but you want to have them soliloquies. No, bro, we're not doing that.
I was asking a question.
Okay, well, Mike Bibby, you're gonna sit there and you're gonna listen to me. I'm gonna talk just like you. Well, see, yeah, I ate some oatmeal last night. Hey guys, I ate some Greek yogurt and I ate some Greek yogurt and some granola this morning. Then I took a shower, right? Then I went to the bathroom.
Garrison, hold on. Garrison, let Steve talk now. Let Steve. We let you cook. Let Steve cook.
But like I mean, if this is what I see, I've seen O-State the last 7 times they played Notre Dame. It used to be a given. It's going to be 42-17, 43-20, whatever. The last 2 times, Notre Dame is like, okay, well, you might be more talented than us, but they're slowly closing that gap. They're slowly closing the gap against O-State. Jeremiah Smith last week against Texas or whenever that was, well, just play a man-to-man, 3 yards, 1 catch. Cornell Tate balled out. Booker balled out. They did their thing.
Man-to-man.
So
that was not man-to-man defense, bro.
No. I said Smith asked for man-to-man. No, they don't have to do that. Notre Dame can't get up and being okay. Well, man-to-man. This is how Notre Dame wins, and this is why. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go and say I'm picking Notre Dame to win 27-20. Here's why. Okay. All they have to do, and they might. That's good. I'm picking them. Don't mean they're not gonna win. They might lose, but I'm still picking them. All you have to really do is it's a hard ask. It's a hard ask. Make sure you contain the wide receivers, but you can't let Henderson and Junkins beat you on the edges. You can't let them down. I mean, not just run them. I'm talking about in the passing game. You can't let them. Now Notre Dame might go out there and get smoked, but I'm going out on a limb. I'm not like on Mike Bibby over here. I'm not just going to just talk for no reason. I'm going to sit up and say, hey, I picked them to win. If they lose, they lose.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah. Well,
the difference between Mike Bibby and me is I'm actually fully black.
But. Yeah, but here's my
Have
thing.
You seen Bibby's, well, yeah.
I'm taking all the bias out of this. I'm analyzing the game of football. Okay. The way I look at it is Ohio State has several ways they can win the game. Notre Dame to me has one way they can win the game. They have literally one formula to win the game, and that's ball control.
Yep.
Stifle, slow, let them move between the 20s, make them settle for field goals. Really, they got to use the Michigan game plan. That's the only way they got. I just don't see it happening.
They don't have
don't see it happening.
They got a freshman safety, man. It's good, but nah.
I'm taking all the feelings out of it. I'm analyzing football. I don't think they're going to be able to use the QB run and spam it. I don't think they'll be able to do any of that.
Jesus, y'all just be talking.
We be going, don't we?
But that is the oldest way to win football, and it never changes.
Yeah. You're right.
You're right. Y'all be just going. Go ahead. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Yeah. So I don't, especially on defense, if they're going to stick with this man-to-man, I think they're going to get cooked. I think if they really want to stick on this man-to-man defense, that is the worst defense you can run against a Ryan Day offense. It's the worst.
It's going to get
we got to man up and do that and blitz heavy. Good luck to you. I want
to see the reps call holds because O-State holds a lot. They hold their offensive line holds a lot, and their DBs hold a lot. I want to see. And Notre Dame's got that great house guy.
Yeah, but
if we talk about playing man against the Buckeyes, play man to man against Notre Dame.
I saw a crazy stat about Ohio State. You know, Ohio State hasn't had a holding call called on them for like, I forget what it is. It's like a crazy number of games that their D line has not been able to get a holding call.
Oh, bro, it's been like over 300 snaps.
Good, because your D line is
because if they start calling
it, but what's crazy? What the reason it's crazy stat is because Ohio State leads the nation in quarterback pressures. Like even this playoffs, right? Between Tennessee, Oregon, and Texas, those teams have 111 dropbacks. Ohio State has pressured them on 49.5% of them.
We're talking about O-State's O-line.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Ohio State's D line.
No. I couldn't care less about the D.
I brought
Hold
that up because I'm not going to complain about holding when the other team never gets the calls. That's why I brought that up. But you know, at the end of the day, for me though, when I look back and I look at the season, they're going to win the chip. I do think it is the weakest season that we've seen in a long time. But at the end of the day, Ohio State fans are going to care, and Michigan fans got to realize that they're not going to care. We can talk about how it's the weakest season. We can talk about all this shit.
Yeah.
My mindset's moving to next season. I'm already in next season. If I'm being honest, I can give a crap about this season ends. I think they're gonna win it. I got my mindset in the next year. I'm ready for the spring game. I want to see spring game.
On the roster, a veteran team. They were supposed to win.
Yeah,
they still didn't beat us.
It was Natty or bust. This was Natty or bust for Ohio State this season, same way it was for Michigan last year. All the top teams had a first-year quarterback returning. Last year, Georgia had Carson Beck, first-year starter last year. Ohio State had McCord. Alabama had Jalen Milroe. Those were the top teams returning a quarterback for the first-year starter. Michigan had JJ. And with that team, and Michigan got it done. Ohio State, they right on the edge. They knocking on the door. I do agree. As much as I hate Ohio State, I am going to pick them to beat Notre Dame in the close game. But I can see it where Notre Dame pulls it off.
My boy Maniac, I appreciate it.
They better win because
I'm just keeping it real. I hate y'all. But listen, I'm not going to pick. I'm not going to pick against y'all because I hate y'all. We talking football. We know football here. Just because we Michigan fans, but what I'm saying is that in order, like my man Michigan man was saying, is that yes, you guys, like they say, you could skin a cat many ways. Notre Dame only could really do it one way, but it can be done, right? You just got to slow the game down. And yet, Ohio State has won fist fight, so that they show that too. It's like, oh, okay, you want to put us in the phone booth? We could win that way too, which is a fact. But that's still the best way for Notre Dame to win that game. So, I mean, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a tall task, right? But we'll see, man, because any games are not played on paper. They played on the field. Johnny, you said it. This kind of gives us the Miami Hurricanes 2002 Ohio State vibes, right? Where no one gave Ohio State a chance. Ain't no way they beating that Miami team. We saw what happened, right? Defense, running the ball, Krenzel being smart with the ball, using his athleticism. Same thing what Leonard has to do.
Hey,
but
Maniac, that game was fixed. Ohio State didn't beat Miami. They know that call was BS. We ain't going to say that. That call was BS. I'm sorry, Garrison. I'm sorry. I apologize. But that call was BS.
You can call it what you want. You know what the funny part about it is? Even after that, they still after that touchdown we scored, they got the ball right. They got the ball right back.
That's true.
It's the same way I say for you guys when you talk about the JT was short. Yeah, but the next thing was first down. You still had a chance to stop us. So
that's true. That's true.
Maybe Sean Taylor shouldn't have got stripped by Maurice Claret.
And I don't blame that game on that call. I'm not one of those fans. We should have blown out. We should have blown. Cam, we should have blown their ass out.
Golden State.
And I think Texas was the better team for the majority of that playoff game. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, what? Wait, whoa.
Oh boy.
Who said that?
Defensively.
I can explain. Look, I thought Ohio State was better in the first quarter. I thought Texas was the better team for the next 2.5 quarters. I thought Ohio State closed the game out. That's how I look at that game.
Well, the problem is they gave that big touchdown up before half.
Messed up. They gave. So here's the thing: they gave them that 75-yard screen pass, right? I think that game came down to literally just a couple plays. It was a 75-yard screen pass. It was some of the worst red zone play calling I think you'll ever see. You got
why they did that? You know why they did that? You know why they did that?
No excuse. There's no excuse for that, man.
Because
you got first and goal from the 1-yard line. First and goal from the 1-yard line. We know damn well that's Michigan, and it's first and goal from the 1-yard line. They ran in that thing 4 times. And here's the thing about it too: you got 2 timeouts. you got the 2-minute warning. If you run it 4 times and you just don't get it, they get the ball and your defense is playing great. Ohio State gets the ball literally backed up as backed up as you can be into the end zone. I like my chances. Instead, it's second and goal from the 1. You got stuffed for no gain. Second goal from the 1. You do a slow developing pitch play 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. One of the worst play calls you'll ever see.
So I'm not going to argue that the play call is probably like it looks dumb from just anyone's perspective, right? At the same time, like let's be frank here. Like, I mean, you said it took 4 plays to get that ball into the end zone for you guys. There was another drive where you guys actually threw the ball within the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that was dumb too.
No, but no, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you did it. 6 times this season, Ohio State has stopped teams at the goal line. And then you have because Johnny, don't get mad when I'm saying giving facts.
I'm tired of hearing
it.
I know because it's real. It's true.
Yeah.
You have games like Penn State. Penn State has one of the better offensive lines in the country, one of the best running back teams in the country. They tried it 3 times in a row from the 1-yard line and go up the middle and didn't work.
They weren't at the 1-yard line.
So
they were not at the 1-yard line.
I'm sorry, the 3. So
they were at the 3-yard, and this is the argument.
Bro, it's a goal.
They're at the 3-yard. It's second and goal from the 3-yard line. It's not the same as having to go 1 yard, and you got 4 tries.
How about this?
2 totally different situations.
Michigan man, how about this? From first and goal on the 3-yard line, they ran the ball 3 times in a row, and it still didn't matter. And then you're talking about
it was second and goal from the 3-yard line, and they threw the ball. Either way,
they didn't, bro.
Penn State had to go 1 yard. You have to 1 yard.
Penn State didn't throw the ball until 4th down. What are you talking about? So
they did that stupid motion play over and over.
Yeah, but it's still going up the middle. They're still going up the middle.
From the 3-yard line is not the same as from the 1-yard line with 4 tries. It's not the same.
I just wanted to say one thing, and I'm gonna bounce. One thing. First things first. The marathon continues. Secondly, Garrison kind of looks like naked face Nipsey. Naked face Nipsey. Craig David. David Craig. All right. Anyway, what I'm really here for is I feel like y'all let Garrison off the hook when he was talking about we don't talk about Michigan, because if I could share the tweets of Garrison on a daily basis, you will find Michigan throughout Garrison's tweets on a regular basis. I just wanted to share that with the people.
Give context.
He just shared our schedule. He just had a screenshot of our schedule on his Twitter feed talking about something about Michigan think they're going to run this. I guess
hey Brad, I know exactly what you're talking about. You're not gonna put words in my mouth. I said that's a tough.
Now I'm not putting words. I'm paraphrasing.
I said it's a tough 5-game stretch, and I believe if they go 4-1 in that stretch, that's a success.
But it's something about Michigan at the end of the day.
No, but yes. But like I said, what made this context.
Man, you get what I'm saying? It's still about Michigan.
You're right, Tank. You're right. Garrison, they got you, Tank. They got you.
I'm going to repeat this again. When I see something say national championship, I'm going to be talking about that. I have a show that is half Michigan. And sadly, my other co-host doesn't tweet a lot, so I do. So here's the thing.
Don't matter. You're still talking about them.
Speaking of excuses, you use that to talk about Michigan a lot.
He does.
But the truth of the matter is
that's because Johnny already put him on blast.
It's a fact, though. I will acquiesce to this. You do have a show. It is your responsibility to promote that show. And obviously, half of that show is Michigan. I'm not gonna.
I gotta tweet nice things from the Scarlet and Blue page. Bryce ain't the one making most of those tweets about Michigan.
Look, Garrison is an undercover Michigan fan, like Johnny said.
Johnny said it. Johnny said it.
I told you.
No, Brad. So listen.
I'm messing with you, Garrison. I'm messing with you.
I think the chat might like this. So I'm not your average Ohio State fan. Okay, now am I born and raised as one? Yeah, my dad graduated there. But I'm born and raised in Michigan. So I have a different perspective of the rivalry. I have a different perspective of the University of Michigan. Like people don't, Ohio State fans don't like when I say this. The University of Michigan is the most important public university in the USA. That's fact.
Say it again for the people in the back.
No, because
There's some people back there, they didn't get it.
Hey, double tap your screen. It'll take you back 10 seconds. You can hear it again if you want. But for me, I just like, like I said, I don't. Like someone said, I don't respect Michigan. I respect you guys. Like I know what your program is. You know, you guys had a lot of success in the Jim Crow days. You know, good job.
You see, that's the problem. There you go. There you go. You always.
I like to joke around, bro.
No. I get it. No, we like it. But there's context behind that. You're really, yeah. We know. Listen.
Hey, come with the uppercut, man.
Yo, that was that was a nice body hook to the body.
Last thing, and I'm gonna bounce. I will also say this, and I brought this up in the comment section a couple shows ago on Johnny's Live. That I do think the game, for instance, has taken will be taking a back seat going forward for in its importance, because back when there was like BCS and stuff like that, even a 14 playoff, that game, winning that game meant so much more for like your postseason, whether it was making that playoff, even though the other state did backdoor into a playoff in 22, or playing in the Rose Bowl. It used to be right. Now though, you can lose that game and prosper. They lost that game. Now they playing for the national championship. And that's just the fact of the matter. The game does lose some flavor once you start adding to the playoff.
Yeah.
Or not flavor, but importance anyway on that team season, the losing team season. Let me say that.
Yeah.
And then obviously the national championship does trump that game for me too. Like that's why on our live, when I said what season would you rather have, I had the caveat if Ohio State doesn't win the national championship, because if they win the national championship, then their season is more of a success than Michigan season. Period.
Of course, and we know that.
Let me get this off right quick, man. I'm gonna throw the ball right to you. My only problem was that before the season start, there were surveys, there were people all in the streets because Ohio State built that $21 million roster, and they was asking the questions: is it beat team up north, or is it a national championship? And I can pull up screenshots, statuses on Facebook. I can go through all Twitter, and everybody, all these Suckeye fans was constantly, this is the year. We have to beat Michigan. I don't care about anything else. It's more important than the Natty. Now that we're sitting here at this time and they're in the midst of the Natty after getting whooped on by Michigan, now everything's reversed. Now,
I agree. And all of their goals, most of their goals have not been reached.
You're not the average Ohio State fan. I know. I'm not speaking directly to you.
I know.
I'm just speaking about your fan base.
I agree. And most of those seniors that came back for this year, this is the last point, I swear. I'm out.
No, I'm sorry.
Most of those seniors that came back this year didn't reach the goal of getting gold pants. They didn't get those unless they go to the pawn shop. They didn't get, they obviously didn't win the Big Ten championship. And then we got to rely on Marcus Freeman's abacus practice to beat them, in the national championship, to deny them that. But yeah. Johnny, thank you for having me on.
That's all. The narrative just you can go to Big Ten Media Day and see all the players sit there and talk.
Hold on. Let Maze, YouTube legend, M3, that's Black Panther right there.
Thank you.
Let him go and tell him where to find you, bro.
Find me everywhere at Maze Madman. Everything.
May I ask my friend Maze a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Or not much of a question, just a counterpoint to what you said about like the game being diminished, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and for fairness, like I do understand where people come from in that mindset, but this is my mindset. As a Buckeye fan, back when you guys had like the Rich Wright years and all that, was all those bad down years, I couldn't care less how bad you were. I still wanted to win that game.
Right.
So, that's a fact. And losing, and like losing to, like there were years that were losing to you wasn't a thought. And so it really didn't like change whether we went to a really good BCS game or a championship. And so then I look at what we have now. And is there a world where we could probably play three times? Yeah. But in the way I see it, in the game, there's bragging rights and all that still. So that's something to play for. Let's say we played you guys in the Big Ten Championship the next following week. There's something to play for. Let's say we saw you guys a few weeks after that in the playoffs. God forbid a national championship. I just wouldn't want to be in that position. But if someone won that, there's still something to play for. So like in my mind, like I said, I do see where you're coming from, but my mind says like there's still something to lose no matter when we play.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact, and I want to beat y'all all 3 of those times. By the way,
So y'all both make great points there, right? So I'm kind of leaning towards Garrison because I look at it like Duke, North Carolina, right? They play twice automatic. Sometimes they play in the ACC tournament, and then they always got a chance to play in the NCAA tournament. So they could play 4 times. It will never diminish the rivalry. You always want to win. The only thing is, I get what you say, man, now. The loser of that game might not necessarily be knocked out of the playoffs now. Yeah. You still get, you're like a cat. You get 9 lives now, losing that game. But it's always going to mean something. But yes.
No, for sure.
A national
championship, I agree with that.
A national championship will always trump a regular season win. That's a fact. I can't sit here and say that. But what will make Michigan have, where we could stand tall is 2 things, right? Now we're going to compare natties if y'all win. So how did we compare, right? We went 15-0. We won it all. I mean, a natty's a natty, right? The best way to put it like this. You leave the club with a 5. I leave the club with a 10. We both left the club. But mine was a 10, bro. Yours was a 5.
Well, this is what I'll say. that. And real quick, because I saw my guy Rob was in here, Buckeye Battle Cry. I should go check them out. But I do think it's funny that Ohio State spent $20 million, but there's other programs that spent more than us that we beat, and no one wants to talk about that. But that's another conversation for another day.
Garrison is funny, man.
I'm serious. We're going to bring up Ohio State's money that we spent. We'll talk about Oregon. Let's talk about Texas. But
the media does that. It's just not us though. You watch ESPN, you watch CBS.
I know. That's what's funny about it. That's what's funny about it. That there's other people that spent more than we did. But
what's up, guys?
What's going on, Marmar? Like I don't ever like if you ask me like if you're comparing championship seasons, do I think our championship season is greater than yours? No. I mean, if you're 15-0 is 15-0 like at the end of the day. At the same time, I mean, if you want to compare those 2, sure. At the end of the day, though, I would still tell you that the road was harder.
I disagree. So you say, hold on. You say the road is harder. Here's my thing about that. How can the road be? This is the way I look at it. If it wasn't for this format, and this is why the road isn't harder. If it wasn't for this format, you would have had no chance at a natty.
All right. So here's the problem with saying that. You can say the same thing from 2013 to 2014. If Ohio State didn't, at the format,
you can't say that about last year's Michigan, though. No, it would have been in the BCS title game.
Wait, that's fine. But listen, dude, as times change. So
I know, but no matter what era you put it in, Michigan's still in the title game. That's the point.
Hear me out. No one cares that the format changed and it got these teams in. We all cried. The whole nation cried that 4 teams wasn't enough. So when you sit here and you get 4 teams, what I don't care to hear is crying. I'm not saying you're crying and moaning, but crying and like complaining about or bringing up the fact that Ohio State would have made it if it was still a 4 team. Guess what? It's not the 4 team. Why? No one wanted the 4 team anymore.
Yeah, I agree. Look, Garrison, I agree. But when we're comparing which road is harder, I can't say the road where you lost 2 games and still had a chance.
Bro, if I have to go,
I can't do that because if Michigan loses 2 games last year, they're not playing for a natty.
But that means nothing to this conversation right now. If you have to go through,
it does when you're debating which road is harder. It absolutely
does. Listen, if in a playoff, You have to go through 4 top 10 teams, dude. That's a tougher road, and one of them.
Hold on.
Wait, and one's the number 1 team in the nation. No, you dude. I'm like sometimes things are just as simple as they are.
I can make an argument.
Hold on, Bishop, man. If I have to go through 4, no matter what sport we're talking about, no matter what level, if I have to go through 4 teams and someone else has to go through 1 or 2, dude, the road is harder because you have to play more weeks. You have.
I disagree though, because
you can't disagree.
I'd rather go through 4 good teams. I'd rather go through 4 good teams than 1 great / elite team every time. I'd rather have to play teams that are clearly not as good as me, that are clearly not on my level, and I know I should win that game 4 times in a row, than play a team that is on my level or is greater. So hold on. So when I look at, I think the top 3 teams last year plus Georgia would beat every team in the field this year. Every single one of them.
Hell no.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Dude, all right.
Hold on.
Hey, that Georgia team was.
What's my man in the chat? Hold on, shit. Day one K. He did talking kind of. There you go. Washington was not elite. They were the only other undefeated team in the country, and Michigan, and we beat them by 3 touchdowns.
First round quarterback at that.
And 3 elite receivers. But you see, and but Bama, hold on, day one, and Bama beat Georgia in Atlanta
and that Georgia
in the SEC championship.
Great, yo.
So what you want them to do?
Do you remember that Alabama Georgia game?
Yes.
Do you remember what happened at the end of that game?
Alabama won. That's what happened.
Georgia got a very bad call that literally. Georgia was going to win that game. They were going to win that game.
They didn't though. That Georgia team. That Georgia team is miles better than almost every team in the playoff field this year. Miles better. Right. I don't even think it's debatable.
And this is why I hate. This is why I hate like conversations like this. Because
you shouldn't hate.
You can go and say that, but you know what's funny about it? I remember on my show, my best friend Bryce, Michigan fan. After you guys won the Natty, he came on our show that next following day and said, "Dude, Ohio State was the second best team in the nation last year."
Well, that's
wait.
Georgia was.
That's his opinion. So, but what I'm saying is that to sit here and say that Georgia team was leagues better, I have anyone in the playoff field this year.
I could give you great logic as to why.
Wait, hold on 1 second. The reason I think it's a crazy statement to make, bro. Like football is about matchups. Now that Georgia team was very good. Make no mistake about it, bro. Go look back at that season that Georgia had. There were a lot of games that they were very close in. They probably should have lost against teams that were not much more inferior than them. Like we have this
like who?
Like dude, I already said that you guys had a greater season than we did. I said that. I think 15-0 can't be 15-0 is distinguished. It can't be taken away from you. So what you don't have to go and do is boost up some other team who didn't even make the 14 playoff last year and then say they were leagues better than everyone.
They were. I could explain why. And I'll go through the list here.
Go ahead.
So I'll go through the whole country too. The SEC didn't have one team that finished with less than 3 losses. I'll go team by team. Georgia needed 7 come from behind wins. Was lucky to beat Georgia Tech. Got blown out by Ole Miss. Alabama clearly a shell of himself. We can go by blue blood. USC trash.
Georgia's not a
Oklahoma trash. Texas. I don't even think Texas. I thought Texas was actually better last year, and the reason for that is Texas in the second half of this year, to me, for the most part, looked like a mid team. ASU had no business being in a position to win that game. Oregon, I don't even think Oregon. Oregon could have lost to Idaho, Wisconsin, and Boise State. I could go down. Clemson, they're in the playoff. Trash. They aren't a good team.
You know why I hate you to say?
To me, when I look at this year, I call it the year of the mid. It's the year of the mid.
You just said Texas was mid. Dude, they looked mid because Ohio State's the best defense in the country.
No, they looked mid. No, I just see
no. How would it sound?
Did they not look mid against ASU?
In Clemson, they look mid against Clemson too.
Against Clemson. Did they not look mid against Vanderbilt? Did they not look mid against? I mean, come on, man.
You just said they looked mid against Arizona State. Just a few minutes ago, you brought up the Georgia-Alabama game. You said, "Well, Alabama won, didn't they?" Dude, Texas won.
Yeah, but Alabama's a great team. This was a great team last year. ASU ain't a great team.
Wait, and this is hypocrisy. This is hypocrisy right now. Texas against us. You said they look mid. Why did they look mid? Because without a doubt,
no. I said
you said
I didn't say they look mid against you. I said they look mid against ASU.
No, you said no.
Not against you.
The first thing you said was at the tail end of the season.
They did.
That would
include. They did look mid in the second half of the season. I didn't say they looked mid specifically against you. I said they looked mid in the second half of the season.
So you tell me, Garrison, that Texas team.
I want to bring this up real quick. Last year, Georgia beat South Carolina 24-14. They beat a bad Auburn 27-20. They went and played Missouri, who was pretty good last year, won 30-21. They went against Georgia Tech last year, won 31-23. Bro, what are you talking about? Like
it doesn't mean nothing.
No,
hold on.
No. You said last
year. That Missouri team was very good, though.
I just
that was not a bad Missouri team.
I just brought up Missouri and I said that was a good team, but you missed out the other.
So why bring it up?
Wait, clearly because I brought it up because I was giving them credit for that win. But clearly you didn't listen.
No, because you was struggling to find multiple games like that, so you threw Missouri.
All right. Clearly I had to repeat myself because you weren't listening to what I said. I brought South Carolina last year. They won by 10. South Carolina wasn't good last year. I brought up Auburn last year, who wasn't good, who hasn't been good for a long time.
24-14. First of all, 24-14 is not a bad win.
Hey, can I say something? Hey, can I say something?
Were they up 21-0 at some point, and then they came back a little bit? Like that's not the same as needing multiple overtimes and giving up 40 points to.
Go ahead. Let him finish. Real quick. No, let Michigan man finish and then Mama.
Here's what I'll say. Yeah, here's what I'll say. Look, you just named multiple games where one was an 8-point win, one was a 10-point win. Where I don't know exactly how the game went. Either way, it's a 10-point win.
I remember that game. Georgia came back.
You brought up Missouri, Missouri was a good team. They beat you last year. Missouri's a good team. So you brought up like 3 games this year. On the other hand, Georgia lost 3 games. One was a blowout to Ole Miss. 7 come from behind victories. That's not those games you mentioned. I would bet you they were actually up for the majority of that game, and they didn't need to come from behind and win.
This is why I love. Wait, no, stop. My mind is a steel trap. I'm looking at it right now. Going into the fourth quarter, Georgia was up 17-14 going into the fourth, and then they scored one more time in the fourth. What are you talking about? They were not blowing South Carolina out, and then they won the game. Like, this is why when we have these conversations, we have to actually know what we're talking about. And thankfully, I know what I'm talking about because I have a still trap.
Every great team has a struggle, at least one or two struggles.
Multiple games against bad teams.
You brought up 3. You brought up 3 games. One of them wasn't even against a bad team.
Does multiple not mean more than one, more than 2? Like, what are we talking about?
Okay, I know, but you brought up one against a team that's not even bad.
Hey guys, Auburn was bad last. South Carolina.
Okay, so you got 2 games.
So hold on. So what are y'all arguing about? That Georgia was better than OSU last year?
No, he said Georgia was far better than every single team this season in the playoff. That's not true.
100% think that's the case.
Last year's Georgia team.
Hey,
it's up for debate.
Mar.
That's all it is.
I'm gonna say this one last thing, and please, because you need to talk. You should be able to talk. You've been waiting.
I just want to say one thing.
Last year against Auburn was another bad team. In the fourth quarter, Auburn and Georgia were tied 20-20. Georgia scored with 3 minutes left in the game. Like, bro, like you can't say
let me ask you that. Was that Auburn's a funny one though? Was it at Auburn?
Yo, who's that?
What is happening?
It was at Auburn.
Okay, so look, man. The way I look at Auburn, I've seen a lot of great teams, and I mean great teams going to Auburn and struggle. So I'm not.
They finished 5-7, bro. I don't want to hear it. They finished 5-7.
That's even bad Auburn teams. I've seen elite Alabama teams going to Auburn and struggle.
You're keeping hard. You're keeping.
Yeah, I mean.
You're caping hard for a 5-17.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm
let
just saying that
Marmar
place
talk.
is on it.
Yeah, let's move on because
Let's move on.
that's just strictly
All I want
hypothetical.
to say is I get the drift that Ohio State is the best school in the nation,
Wow.
and that's it. You know, nothing else matter but Ohio State. No other school, even the teams that beat them, that don't matter. Just Ohio State's the best. When they lose a game, it's Ohio State fault that they lost the game. It's not the other team. We ain't gonna give them credit, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Let them run with it. Let them have the natty that they ain't played yet. I get it, man. Ohio State's the best. So we just Michigan fans, Notre Dame fans, Penn State fans, Georgia, Alabama fans, Ohio State the best. That's why there's only one state on that poll graphic right now that's rooting for Ohio State to win the national championship, and all the other states is Notre Dame. That should tell you enough right there about how much majority of the 49 states out of 50 feel about the whole situation.
I prefer that. I prefer that.
They are the best, and the rivalry doesn't count anymore. And they
that's the narrative.
Yes, yeah.
I deal with the delusion.
Not you. I'm not saying Garrison. Hold on, not you. Not you. No, Garrison. Hold on. No, Garrison. Hold on. I've been in a lot of group conversations, and now we don't. I've heard it. Not you. I'm not saying you said it, but I've heard it from many OSU fans. Oh, this doesn't matter no more.
Players.
And it's stupid.
Show me a tweet. Show me a tweet that said. Show me the tweet.
No, I don't got tweet. It's on Facebook. I'll send it.
Facebook that says
I can go on Twitter and show you mine.
OSU fans, not all of them.
No, let me be specific. Show me the Buckeye fan that said the game doesn't matter anymore.
Okay,
Jason, Jason was just up here.
Jason didn't say that. Jason,
he has said that.
Look, right, so let's do this, right? The point of this live was to talk about the Natty. The reason why hold on. The reason why it's beef. It's like Crips and Bloods. We see each other's gonna be smoke, so that's what we do. But the point is this, it's all love at the end of the day. It's about keeping them respectful. That's what we done, and that's what we want. The reason, I hit up Johnny, we had spoke the other day, because at the same time, we are also fans of the sport, besides being fans of the University of Michigan. So yeah, it's the last college football game of the year, so we want to talk that shit, right? So
let me ask you a question. Do you love your team more? Do you love your team or the sport more?
I'm always the fan of the sport before
I love the sport better.
Okay, yeah. I was want to hear. I want to get Tim.
I say both.
Yeah, but I love the reason. Look, man, Michigan.
I watch UFL too.
Like I said, I grew up. I'm from New York City. For those that don't know, the Bronx to be exact. And here,
New York.
So we raised. I'm a raised. Listen, it's very diverse in New York City.
You couldn't cheer for Syracuse?
No. So it was me. It was Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and blacks. That's why we grew up here, and we were all athletic. I thought I was the Puerto Rican. I thought I was the
Mexicans.
Hold on, no, and Mexicans too. A lot of them here. I thought I was the Puerto Rican Desmond Howard. That's who I wanted to be. And listen. And then just seeing that amazing blue, it was just something that said, man, I like this team right here. I became, and you know what was the first game? It was the 90 Rose Bowl that I saw. That was my first game. Because I know
those shirts on your website.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy Bryce one. I would buy it for myself because you my man's, you my homie, but I'll use it as toilet paper.
Oh,
trash!
Johnny, Johnny.
I'm gonna buy it for my homie. I'm gonna buy it for my boy.
There you go. I got plenty of stuff on there.
Hey,
you got your Ohio State shirts?
Garrison be throwing shots in there, man. Y'all gotta just.
Garrison be pimping on Eastern Street.
Bro, listen, bro. I be trying. I try to get.
Garrison, you be pimping on Eastern and Division. And 28th Street.
I stay off
Hold on. Marmar Garrison I need a braid check. Both of y'all got y'all fresh braid.
Ooh.
Let me see a braid check.
Okay, go ahead. Take the do-rag. Oh, got the dreads together. You feel me? Okay, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The boy out here nifty.
This don't count. He
The
got
boy out here nifty. Call me clutch here, man. It's here, man. Yeah, got the dreads together in here, man. You see these shits, man. Yeah, Bobby. Yeah, see, fracture, man. Blood guts. Yeah, man.
Listen, but look, man.
Take your do-rag off, cuz.
No, I already got
your Michigan man.
Take your do-rag off, bro.
Oh, here we go.
Take the do-rag. Let's see. Set it off in here, Queen Latifah. Hey, got the Queen Latifah.
Set it off.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna drive my car through this.
We gotta grow that hang time. I'm trying to get like Barmar.
Hey, yeah, grow your why you didn't go get your hair? The only way it's gonna grow like that, you gotta have to go get your stuff twisted into dreads and let them drip.
I can't twist my hair. My hair is too fine up top.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
I'm sorry.
Hey, shut up.
I'm sorry. Oh, it's too fine up top.
That's why I can't stand y'all, man.
Yeah,
Johnny.
No, matter of fact, Johnny, wave check.
Yeah. No.
Let me show you. Let me show you my drip for real.
I didn't have this on.
Yo, listen.
Hey, Johnny with the 360s. Facts. I used to have them too.
Yeah.
I started with braid. I went because haircuts got too much. So I said 25 for a cut. I'm cool. And then I just started growing my hair out, and I had braids. And then I went to dreads.
Let me ask real quick. The panel and of course Garrison, because this pertains to your team. Win or lose, does Ryan Day come back and Jim Knowles?
I think Ryan Day leaving.
Ryan Day was going to come back no matter what this season.
I think he's leaving.
But I mean, you guys have been saying that for 4 years now. And then Jim Knowles, we'll see, man. I mean, he might go to Oklahoma. We'll see.
He ain't going to no Oklahoma.
No,
he might. And
Ohio State got too much money.
And if he does, I wouldn't be mad. Just give me that championship. It would hurt. Don't get me wrong. It would hurt. Jim Knowles is the best DC in college football right now, so it would hurt. But
what?
I'll say he's had the best run right now because I'll tell you this. We've seen. I'll tell you, was he better than Jesse Minter?
Absolutely not. He's not better than Jesse.
I mean, I'm not going to say outright. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't just say.
No,
I think Jesse Minter is like a very not even just college. I think in terms of just football in general, because he's in the NFL, he's a top tier guy. Jim Knowles is he's an older guy. Probably
you know who his daddy was, right?
I mean, I would say Jesse Minter is a better DC.
It's easy. Okay. Listen, it's easy to coach a defense like that with all that talent on there. Now,
that's not true. That's not true.
Can Jim Knowles build a?
That's not true.
No, so he did. No, I give him this. Though. People forget, right? In 2021, that was one of Ohio State's worst defensive teams statistically. Bad. So they fired at DC. I forgot what was his name.
Harry Combs.
Yeah, Combs. And then they brought in
the DC. He was the DB coach, and we moved him there. And then at the last 2 games of the season, we took the job from him.
Yeah, then
we're gonna see how good they is when all them veterans leave.
And then in 22 is when they brought in Jim Knowles, and he did make progress. You know what's funny is that with the exception of this year, Michigan has scored 30 or more against his defense in 3 years, except the exception of this season.
Yeah,
this was his best job.
Yeah, because
it's gonna be bad.
When he came in 2022, the defense was top 20 that season. But the problem was that they still allowed big plays to happen, which is what happened in 2022. And then so they were like I think 18th in 22.
Appreciate it, Mary.
2023. We were then the number 3 defense in the nation. Now we're number 1. I mean, like we can sit here all day and say, it's because of the talent they have. But again, like he brought up 2021. I brought up before 2018. Yeah, a lot of that same defense went number 1 the year before. I mean, the year after. They were still like 101st in 2018. So I mean, just because you got that talent, bro, doesn't mean you can coach it.
No. You're right. Listen, I'll give him that. Right. You got
it.
You
and you got to check Jim Knowles at Oklahoma State. That's not Ohio State talent.
I know. No. You're right. He did a side, and you remember the Big 12 at that time was really known just for offensive. It was like 45, 50 kind of games, and he's did better. Look, he's doing this thing right. He could cement his legacy tomorrow night, right? If he doesn't, we'll see. Because if he only gives up 14 points and they lose 14-10, you really can't blame him for that loss if his defense only gave up 14 points. So it's going to be interesting to see what moves your team makes in the offseason, right? Because we even might lose our DC. Wink right now is in the market. He's in them dating apps again, man. Like, yo, get out of here. He's trying to chill, stay faithful.
I mean, bro. I mean, he's like, dude, I tell people this all the time. Like when Ohio State fans say, "Oh man, fire Ryan Day and get Mike Vrabel," dude. Once you get a taste of the NFL, like at the level like guys like them have had, like Ryan Day was a quarterback coach, but Wink has been a DC. When you get a taste of that, don't nobody want to deal with 18-year-olds. Don't nobody want to deal with their parents.
Johnny said the same
boosters,
thing.
NIL. Ain't nobody want to do all that BS, bro. Like the NFL, like do you get paid more in the college than you do in the NFL? Yeah. Funny part is the NFL is still a better job.
Yeah.
You get vacation.
Yeah, Johnny, you said that your last show.
Yeah, Johnny did. And it's true.
You know hey, Johnny, wait, I got a PSA for an apology for Wing Martindale for you guys. Johnny deserves to hear this on his show. Before the season, months before the season, I talked about Wing Martindale, and I was very adamant in Johnny's shows and his comments talking about Wink, and because he didn't have a lot of information on him, so I let him know, your boy be getting fired. He be getting fired. But and I was very hard on the beginning of the season. But I do want to give Wink Martindale credit for what he did. I would say, let's say after the
Illinois, it was the Oregon
game, after the Illinois. I'll give him after the Illinois game. Actually, what happened first? Illinois or Oregon? Illinois
first.
I'll give him credit after the Illinois game. I thought after that is when he kind of turned the corner. Listen, bro, you gotta get used to it. The guys have been in college in 1,000 years, so I mean, he had to get used to it, and he did. So I do give credit. So Johnny, for you, my man, I do. Listen, apologies to your man, Wink Martindale. He did good. Still looks like a D-class Rex Ryan, but he did. He did. I mean, I'd rather him be back there than your last two DCs. So.
Yeah, Mike McDonald and Jesse Mena. Which one is a head coach? And I think Jesse Mena in another year or two, maybe 3, will be a head coach in the NFL.
I think didn't he go like an award for it in the NFL or like
his defense. Listen, man, his defense was one of the top in the NFL his first season.
Yeah.
That the offense was bad, man. The offense didn't help him, and even in that playoff game. And I'm not saying you, Garrison. And this,
I thought Jim Harbaugh was
about to bring up Ohio State fans for some reason hit me up. Oh, you see, look, CJ Stroud. Look what he did to a Jim Harbaugh. I'm like, yo, bro, this is the pros.
I'm not saying you,
Garrison. I'm not saying you.
I know. I'll tell you why they do that. Because on Twitter, you have a bunch of Michigan fans saying, "Oh, yeah, you still can't win in Michigan." Last time I checked, my boys Terry McLaurin.
You're right, they do. And it's, to me, that's kind of corny. I don't play those games. I don't like that because it don't matter. The pros is the pros. The bottom line is, CJ Stroud. He's a talented quarterback. I think his ceiling is high.
He that boy. He that boy.
Jim Harbaugh again proves no matter where he goes. All I like what's T-Pain, right? All I do is win. That's what Jim Harbaugh does, man, and he's proven it. So everywhere he's gone, Garrison, everywhere.
What's Jim Harbaugh's record against Ohio State?
It's 3-5. But what I'm saying
how did it start?
Bad, 0-5. It did. Listen, Those are the facts.
That's not how you start. It's how you finish.
Finish. There you go, baby.
My boy Ryan about to finish this thing tomorrow.
No. Don't talk like that.
You see, Johnny,
Don't talk like that.
You see that?
But here's the thing. I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be honest with you guys. I have been on record now. It doesn't mean that I don't care that we lost those games, right? I'm not sitting here saying that for the last 4 years. Especially, I'll tell you this. Especially this last one, the one that we lost this season. That I think that one is worse than any other loss against you guys that we've had over the last few years. But I was very adamant on this last year. I said, well, Ohio State wins the national championship. Even after we lost you guys, I said this. I don't give a damn about what happened the last few years. Like, bro, like that. That's how I honestly feel about national championships. Like all summer, bro, all offseason. When I hear, yeah, but we beat you, I see 13-10. If we win tomorrow, the only thing I'm gonna do is actually, I'm gonna buy the banner like my boy Bryce has. I'm gonna put the Ohio State. I'm gonna replace this one and put the Ohio State national championship banner there. And every time I hear 13-10, I'm not even gonna point to it. I'm just gonna look at it and start crying.
Now, Johnny and Manny, let me ask y'all a quick question. If we would have lost to Ohio State last year after winning the Natty, would it still would we still have the same feel? Would it still been the same feeling, or would it still been like we won, but or would you still have the same feeling that you have right now as far as being happy about winning it? Because for me personally, I would have still been excited that we won the Natty. I'm not the Natty over the rivalry, but I still would have felt a little stinger still. Is that, or am I reaching, or is that?
No, you're not. Yeah,
And I think this is just me personally. I know, Garrett, you might people feel differently. You feel me?
Nick feels the same way I do.
You're gonna feel good about the Natty. You're always gonna feel good because that's the ultimate goal.
Right.
But when you're at home, you're gonna feel great like nothing happened. Like, man, we the champs. Hey, it is what it is. But when you get on these online spaces, is when it's gonna bother you because you're gonna have, regardless, you're gonna have Michigan fans or Ohio State, and they're gonna bring up that game, and it's still gonna bother you a little bit.
Okay, so I'm not
because you lost. You can't say nothing. You lost.
Yeah, and shout out to Nick Saban. When he said when we lost to Auburn and won the national championship, do you think any of us cared?
But here's my deal though. Ohio State and Michigan is not the same as.
Wait.
It's not near as close.
Across the country, yes, Ohio State, Michigan is bigger. Down south, the Iron Bowl is the Iron Bowl, and
I still disagree with that.
No, bro, down south, the Iron Bowl is bigger than the game. It is.
Down south, but you remember, you said it. We're talking about a particular.
Wait. How do you mean you disagree?
No, I didn't say I disagree.
I disagree with that. I got family down south.
Because that's a particular region of the country.
I know.
Nationwide, Ohio State, Michigan, everybody. Our game always does bigger numbers.
Other fan bases, when Ohio State wins a Natty, other fan bases are not going to sit there and go 13-10. That will only.
We're not talking about other fan base. We're talking about just our fan base.
Yes, and I'm telling you, when you guys do that to me, I'm going to sit here and laugh at your face. Look at the championship banner on my wall, shed a tear of joy, and then say, "We have the ultimate." Like, bro, I just for me, bro, in any sport, like, and the game is the biggest rivalry in sports. I will always say that, but it's still a rivalry game. Right. Nothing, and there's not one sport you can name where a championship game is bigger than winning it all. The biggest rivalry in the world is Man City and one of the biggest Man City, Man U. If Man City loses to Man U and Man City goes and wins the championship, bro, goes and wins the cup, no one gives a damn.
No. This is what I'll say. Hold on, real quick. So yes, you're right. I'm not here to debate whether a regular season win trumps a championship. It doesn't. Mm-hmm. It doesn't. I don't care what anybody says. What we're saying here is this, right? When we talk about the Nick Saban Auburn, Nick Saban did not lose 4 years in a row to Auburn, never in his career, right? So it's just a little different. Now it's still. I don't blame y'all. Y'all win the Natty tomorrow. I feel you. You say, yo, you know what? 13-10. Good. Happy for you. But I got the ultimate. I give you that. But like Johnny said, we still gonna be the little pesky dudes. Like, we gonna stay in our lane. We gonna salute you from a distance. We're gonna say whatever, because there ain't gonna be a lot of love.
Finger salute.
Yeah, but finger salute. But you also gotta respect, right? Like I mentioned, Garrison.
I gotta respect what? I gotta respect what?
We did the quadruple crown. You know what's that, right?
Bro.
Hold on. No. Listen.
I saw my team go 3,500 days before we lost to you. Like,
all right. No. Listen, I'm not talking. I'm listening.
That's a lot of time.
No, Garrison. Listen, I'm fine because remember, I wasn't born in '98. I was born in '81. So I've seen my team. The whole '90s was just putting clotheslining y'all. The whole '90s, just headlock, power driver, DDT.
Wasn't 10 years.
And no, Garrison, from 85 to 2000, y'all only won 3 games, bro. And
I'm talking 10 years in a row.
Oh, wait. Y'all didn't win 10 years in a row.
Did you?
No, y'all did. Y'all never won 10 in a row. 8.
The longest win streak is 9.
Y'all won 8.
I meant 10 years, but yes. Okay.
All right. So
look, in 2020, y'all ran like
the bottom line, and it was smart. It was smart. Fuck that. I keep it real.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ran this year too.
I'm not from fitness. I'm not gonna lie to you. COVID was the greatest thing that ever happened to Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So, but hold on before we go.
He hit reset.
Before we go there, Ohio State. Even if what I mean by it, and Johnny, you spoke on it a little bit. Even if Ohio State wins the game, and I have teenage boys, by the way. When they get older and they bring up, hey, y'all remember that 2025 Ohio State team? Oh, that was the national champs. Following up right behind that, you know what somebody's going to say? Yeah, they lost to Michigan that year too, right?
Yeah.
No.
You cannot tell me.
I think it's no. See,
you cannot tell me that's
arrogant. That's arrogant.
How's that? Hey,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
No,
because if you believe,
I'm not trying to.
Here
you go, Johnny.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying that you're arrogant. I'm saying that phrase is arrogant, and this is why. You believe when they say in 2025 Ohio State won the national championship, they're going to talk about you guys before they talk about, yeah, man, like they beat Texas. And then, don't forget, they had the rematch game against Oregon when they lost.
They are going to bring us up, Garrison.
They are.
They're going to bring that up before they talk about it.
You can't bring up one without the other.
Yeah, because true, Garrison, you also remember the kind of team you was a 3-touchdown favorite at home. This wasn't supposed to be close. This was the year. And it's not that we beat y'all. Like, we didn't even play a flawless game. So you can't sit here and say, well, we turned the ball over 8 times and y'all only beat us. No, we played bad. We just, again, when it comes to...
You didn't play bad. You played how you played all season.
Because here's what it's going to be.
Which was bad.
Here's what's going to be. It's going to be the 2025 National Ohio State team that never beat Michigan.
True.
That's what's going. That I'm trying to tell. That's
true.
True.
But
that's just a fact. No Ohio State team has ever won a national championship without doing that. I just thought, yeah, you're damn right, bro. Notre Dame's gonna get hellfire and brimstone.
Are you saying that again?
Change the case. Say it again.
Oh yeah. Listen, my whole thing is this. My whole thing is this though. Like I just bro, like if you think the national media, like 20 years from now, when people talk about
not the national media, I'm just talking about within our rival.
No,
like with us, the national. They don't know how much this means to.
You keep saying, okay, if you're just talking about our 2 fan bases,
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say this again to you.
Okay.
You can bring that up as like to the cows come home. What I'm gonna do is smile on your face, look at the banner, shed a tear of joy, look back at you, and laugh again. Because we want.
Okay, so that's what you're. Okay, you're saying that's what you're going to do, not the.
Most of the fan base. Most of the fan base is going to do that.
But you see, this is where it becomes a problem, even big. For the first 2-3 months, yeah. But once August hit, Can Ohio State, the number one question, you can see ESPN. Welcome, this is ESPN. And the number one question is, can Ohio State get it done? Yes, they are the defending national champions.
That's next season, not 20 years.
Yeah, but that's right here. No, that's in a couple of months. Papi is in a couple of months.
Yeah,
but listen, at the end of the day, the bottom line, Garrison, you're right. The bottom line is, yes, a natty trumps a regular season win. That's the bottom line. So yes, if you win the natty, you have the ultimate bragging rights. But it's still you still got to be careful how you talk to Michigan though, based on what happened. But you still the natty.
No, I don't. Hey, bro, listen. I'm 31.
Because we got four. You know why? We just won the natty. We just won the natty, and we beaten y'all 4 in a row. So if we want to compare, right? So then we compare. All right. So I'm gonna do you, Garrison, numbers. If the last 4 years, even if y'all win the natty tomorrow, in the last 4 years, who you would rather been? Michigan, Ohio State.
I would always rather be Ohio State.
Then you capping. You being a fanboy.
Can I respond to you? Can I respond to you? So I'm sure like my guy Dom who was trolling. You know, he's older than me, so he can speak to it more. You're 40. You're over 40, so you can speak to it more. I'm 31. Brad, on how old you are. But in my lifetime, right? So like I started really watching football, and when I say watching, I mean like completely understanding it in 2000. At 2000, that's when I really started understanding it. 2001, actually. Bro, yes, you guys have won the last 4 years. It should be commended. It should be respected. All that, brother. Now put this in perspective. I've watched you win the last 4 years. In my lifetime, I've only seen you win 6 times. Bro, I wouldn't rather be you. No.
The last 4 years.
No.
I didn't say.
I just said it's to be commended, it's to be respected. I would never want to be you in my program. Is bit like when I talk about my program and who I'd rather be, it's more than just a couple of years to me. It's more than just a few years to me. What Ohio State is the second most winningest program since the modern era, since black people were really brought into college football.
Oh, stop saying that.
No, bro.
Michigan had a black player on their team before y'all did. So don't say that.
No, stop.
Don't say that.
See, this is how I know you guys aren't listening to what I'm saying. Since the modern era of our football, not just you guys, you keep talking about you. Everything's not about you. I'm talking about I talked about all college football. When USC went against Alabama, because Alabama wouldn't let black players on their team, and USC came out there, all those black players on their team, and smacked the dog crap out of them. That's when they said the modern era from there. So what I'm saying is from that time, because and a lot of rules changes happened that time. You also got to remember back back in the 1930s and 40s, bro. Half the programs that exist today don't exist, or half the programs that exist today didn't exist back then. So yeah, I'd rather be a Buckeye, bro. Like, what do you mean?
All right, no, that's fine, and that's your opinion. Because also, I'm
my opinion. That's a fact.
It's not because. Listen,
Maniac. It's a fact that I would rather be.
Yeah. No. I mean, all right, you're right. My fault. That's not an opinion. That's how you feel. The point is this. I'm going to tell you why I'd rather be a Michigan fan, right? Because for one, all that consistency you had, right? Oh, I don't see 7 and 5 seasons. Blah blah blah. Bro, in the last 50 years, is the same amount of natties, Michigan and Ohio State. So. This is why I know y'all the most. Hold on. Let me finish. Y'all the most underachieved, the most underachieved team in probably football history. And I'm going to tell you, Clemson, in the shortest span, when they started recruiting elite, won more natties in the quickest span.
Actually, they weren't recruiting elite. They weren't.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. They were getting receivers. Look at their receivers and their quarterbacks.
I got you, Johnny. If you don't mind, I'm going to share. I'm going to find.
All right, go ahead. So, all right, they were getting elite players. So Clemson never finished with a top 10 class in the last 10 years. How many top 10 classes they finished with? Especially,
bro. When they had Deshaun Watson, they actually had a lot of 3 stars. I don't know if you know this, bro.
They receivers.
No, wait. I'm talking about the team. If you I don't know if you know this, but if you look at the index, if you look at the talent index, Clemson has the lowest has one of the lower percentages of like 5 and 4 stars blue chips than over the last 20 years than almost anybody else.
I got to overlook. So look, even worse then. You know what? So that even looks worse on your team because you're constantly getting blue chips recruits. You're constantly in the top 10 recruiting. And they want, hold on, they want two natties. And Georgia, hold on, in Georgia did the same thing. They did that. So you guys, this is what I'm saying about this is what
about Texas? What about Texas? What about Georgia over the last 25 years? What about
we ain't talking about them? We
but
talking about Ohio State.
In the last 10 years, because y'all won the natty. No, because all right, so but Garrison, you're not understanding. You have all that success, but you don't have much to show for it. That's the sad part. That's like, yeah, you got your master's from Harvard, but you working in McDonald's. Whoopity-doo. Whoopity-doo. You got your degree from Harvard, but you working in McDonald's.
Are we at corporate McDonald's?
No, we at the put my fries in the bag, McDonald's.
Hold on real quick. Hold on. Jason D'Angelo keeps bringing up this year's Ohio State versus last year's Michigan.
Why are we talking about that?
Garrison, get your boy.
Garrison.
Get your boy.
You know about the cooking. Because Jason, how you gonna beat a 15 and 0 team?
No parts of that right there.
You couldn't even beat the 7 and 5 team, boy. What are you talking about? You got to beat that team that went undefeated.
That's Garrison man right
Michigan team. What you talking about?
That's Garrison man. Get your man.
Bro,
Travion. Is this your man's Garrison?
Travion Henderson is yet to eclipse 100 yards.
Garrison, get your man. Why is you saying that? Get your man.
He said Quinshawn Junkins would have been running all over Mason Graham last season, bro.
You did not want, if you couldn't deal with this team, you don't want nothing to do with that team last year.
Garrison, get your man. Why is Garrison not saying nothing about his man?
He knows. Garrison knows. Garrison knows.
He said, "Do what to Mason Graham?"
Listen to what. Look at what Jason is saying.
Yeah, he said no. He said, "Do what to Mason Graham?"
He said Junkins.
Ran all over him last year.
That's the best T tackle in football in the last 3 years, bro.
Exactly. Get your man.
Yeah. It's all right. You know what, Jason? We like you, man. You still our man. You the dude that when you come up here, we're gonna send you to the store to get us the stuff for the snacks and stuff. That's because you just bugging, bro.
You just get Garrison his Gatorade and whatever he needs.
Bro, this is how I felt to that comment.
Get him his snacks.
This is how I felt to that comment, bro.
You just get Garrison his snacks and stuff. And
hey, yo, listen. But look.
I'm not. I have a list.
Get him.
But look.
I have a list of Michigan players throughout my history who I refuse to like talk any crap about. Those players are guys like Braylon, Mike Hart, Mason Graham's in there. I think Mike Sanders. I don't care what anyone says. I thought Mike Sanders was the best football player in college football last season.
Put JJ in there.
No. Mike Sanders still was the best player. If Mike Sanders if Mike Sanders still wanted to, he would have been your wide receiver 1 last year. He would have.
Facts.
So like, I don't. Oh, and shout out to Mikey. Shout out to Mikey sending them boys home yesterday.
That's your team. You from Michigan. I'm
not a Lions fan. I'm not a Lions fan.
I'm making you one.
My mom's a Lions fan. She's from the east side of Detroit, 8 Mile. So that's what it is. My sister, both of my sisters are Lions fans.
Who you like, Garrison?
I'm sick of you doing
me and my dad.
No.
Big Blue Star, baby. Big Blue Star.
GV?
And
Dallas.
Cowboys.
You said GV?
No, that's Green Bay. That's Green Bay.
No, I'm a GVSU fan. I'm go Lakers. I'm a GVSU fan.
No, I'm talking about NFL.
Yeah,
you a Cowboy fan?
No, I'm a Cowboy.
Okay. I'm a 49er. No, I'm a 49er.
I hate being a Cowboy. I've been asking for Dak Prescott to be cut from the team for about 6 years now.
Hey, I was thinking about changing my fandom over from the Cowboys.
And then I let it go.
Bro, and the worst part is, bro, the worst part of me being a Cowboys fan, the Cowboys won the championship in '93 when I was born. Bro, that happened a couple months before I was born, though. So I can't even claim it. So
I saw that.
See, I became a Cowboys fan from Aikman, Irvin, Emmitt Smith, Larry Allen,
Jay Novacek, the move.
Novacek.
I can't relate. I can't relate.
When they got Dion, I was all in. Like,
well, so he played Dion.
I'm here.
Dion played with us one season, won the Super Bowl. The 49ers went to Dallas the next season.
Wait, you're a Niner fan?
That's correct. Listen.
Wait, no, I like you, Maniac, and this is why. You're just like me to where, like, I tell people all the time, just because I live somewhere don't mean I like them. Bro, fun fact, does anyone know who my college basketball team is?
No.
Duke.
That's my team.
Don't disrespect me, Brad.
I'm a Duke fan. Go Blue, Brad. I'm a Duke fan. I'm going to the Garden in February. We play Illinois, and these are all my teams since youngin. I'm a Utah Jazz fan. I'm not trolling. Malone and Stockton. I know all my boys were Knicks and Chicago Bulls fans in the 90s, and we know why everybody was a Bulls fan because they were just winning with Jordan. I was Utah. Baseball, Minnesota Twins. I was a big Kirby Puckett fan. I'm from the Bronx. You'd be like, yo, how you not a Yankee fan? In fact, I live 10-minute drive from the Yankee Stadium. Nope, I'm not a Yankee fan. Of course, college football, NFL, the 49ers, college basketball, Duke. And if we're going to talk hockey, not that I watch it, but I did like the Pittsburgh Penguins. That's it.
Garrison, did you root for the Red Wings when they was winning?
Bro, that's hockey town, baby. I'm a Red Wing fan.
Okay, I knew you loved Michigan.
Yeah, I don't.
All right. So look, man. Anyway, look, I'm gonna get to this Philly game, Philly and Rams. Let me see what this is about. I know we cooking almost 3 hours here. Garrison, is always a pleasure, man. Even though you do get on my nerves, I'm not gonna lie.
You get on my nerves. What do you mean?
You're good. That's perfect. And it's gonna be like that. It's always smoke. But you're still my man at the end of the day. Shout to everybody who tuned in, man. Of course, Johnny, aka Captain America. That's my man. Listen, follow me on Instagram. I got my Michigan page. It's the Go Blue Maniac 24. Garrison, you don't got Instagram, right?
I'm my own personal one and the Scarlet and Blue one.
Oh, the Scarlet. All right, I'm gonna go follow that. Brad, you got Instagram, Brad?
Nah, I don't got Instagram.
All right, copy.
You got TikTok?
Cool. I do. I got one, but that's for my boxing page, though. But anyway,
you came in boxing.
Oh, here we go. You see, you throwing punches without throwing punches.
You see what he be doing? Hey, Johnny, I know what you be meaning with Garrison though. Like he be speaking his facts though, but he be throwing some shots in there that you gotta catch, bro.
Bro, he throws so bro. He always come with the clip loaded and he leave it empty. He leave it empty because he's going bang, bang, bang. There's always a shot. Yeah. But that's good. That's what it is, man. At the end of the day,
I can't help myself.
I know that's cool, man. That's why we like you. We want you to keep being yourself.
Garrison, if Ohio State if Notre Dame beats Ohio State, boy, I'm going to be hunting you down.
Oh no, he's coming up. You won't have to.
No,
you won't have to.
No, we're doing an immediate. We're doing an immediate reaction.
If we lose this game, I'm going completely scorched earth. Like not complete scorched earth, but I will have a lot. I won't hide from anybody. I will come in here and let you know that can't happen.
Garrison, are you at least a little bit concerned that a lot of the media and even Ohio State fans kind of already got it in the bag, like Ohio State gonna win?
Nope.
See, you see that?
The players are
arrogant. Yo, Brad,
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I don't care. The team.
The media can affect the team though.
Yes.
Hey, listen, bro. Like Johnny, I think I've said this on your show, but maybe Brad, you've heard it, but I'll say this: the reason I'm not worried about the team and how they feel, bro. You're talking about a team who's never beaten Michigan. You're talking about a team who's never won the Big Ten. You're talking about a team who has not won a national championship, and they had the chance now. And over the last 4 years, they've had nothing but just they've heard it from everybody, bro. I ain't worried. They ain't worried about bro. The media's been bashing this team more than they've been gloating about them. So I don't.
Yeah.
Damn, Johnny, Johnny, did you eat, bro? 2 hours and 42 seconds, man. You didn't eat?
We going crazy over here, man. Go Blue, Brad. You got anything else?
Hey man, first off, I just honestly just want to say, hey Garrison, you are a funny dude, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you. I'm gonna follow you. Continue to keep following you as well. And Johnny, you already know, man. Make sure you have an apple for tomorrow for when Ohio State.
Bro,
Nah, I'm just
if I
joking,
come
man.
here and Johnny got an apple, I'm gonna be so pissed.
Hey, I appreciate you, brothers, man. Y'all stay blessed, man.
Got
You too, Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny. My biggest fear is like you coming in here with an apple, and then
because you know I'm gonna be clowning.
and then you come in here and this is what you say. Did you guys win a national championship? No. You get nothing.
You know I'm gonna be clowned in, boy. If y'all lose, it's gonna be a sweet, beautiful thing.
Right,
so,
man.
Get before you go, because we it was so many people we talked about it and we never got to it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the score of this game is? Give us your little synopsis real quick.
I think in the first half you'll see Notre Dame play very well. I think that Notre Dame will be able to have some success. I think their defense is good enough to stay with Ohio State for some time. I think, but when you get deeper into the game, I think you're going to see Ohio State pull away. Both teams are very good in the second half. I think Notre Dame, crazy stat, but between in the last 4 minutes of the second quarter and the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, they've actually been one of the best teams in college football. On the contrary to that, though, Ohio State is the best team in the third quarter. We give up less than a point. I think we give up 0.9 points in the third quarter. So we'll see what happens there. At the end of the day, I think there's some non-negotiables. And those non-negotiables are it's tough to run the ball against Ohio State and put them in a box defensively. And it's tough to run man-to-man. And now, though I believe Notre Dame's secondary in terms of man-to-man, I think they're man-to-man wise, they're better than Oregon. They're better than Tennessee. Dude, it's still tough because like I've asked this. I asked a Notre Dame fan this question. I asked him. I said, well, in the space, I said, well, what happens when Jeremiah goes to the slot because he's been there 40% over the playoffs? He says, thankfully, that's the coach to figure out, not me. So I think there's things that they got to figure out. I don't know if they can. I think the score is going to be Ohio State 30 to 33 points. I think Notre Dame gets somewhere around 13 to 17.
That's
I asked people. I think it was Steven said earlier. He said he has Notre Dame winning 27 to 24 points, and I would ask this question: what does that look like? There's only been one team to put up over 17 points in Ohio State. That's Oregon.
For that to happen, they're gonna need some turnovers, and they're gonna have to be touchdown turnovers.
Yeah, and you gotta hope and if that happens, you better hope that you turn Ohio State over on their side of the field. Bro, there's so many things that have. And look, I'm not sitting here saying Notre Dame can't win the game, bro. This is football. At the end of the day, this is football. But it's hard to see where it happens, man. It's hard to see, and so
the margin for error is small. To me, I mean, it is what it is. They're gonna have to play lights out. For them to have a chance, their defense is gonna have to play lights out. That's just what it is. Every time I talk about Michigan going against Ohio State, the last 4 years when we won, I've said the same thing. Michigan's defense, they're gonna have to play lights out, and I love to talk about it because people don't expect it, but it can be done. You've seen other teams slow them down. It's on film. Can you replicate it? Can you execute enough to do it? And that's why I love.
You know what? And I think people are overlooking this. Like everyone keeps saying, do what Michigan did, right? Now, Michigan has talent-wise and all that, a top, either the best or the best defensive line in college football. Dude, Notre Dame gives up 130 rushing yards a game. And they don't sack the quarterback like that. So that's why I asked, Johnny, we know football. If you can't sack the quarterback and you can't stop the run, and you run man to man, I don't know, bro. I don't know,
NFL dudes for that,
bro.
Get away with that.
It's really tough. And again, it's because I told people this. It's not that I don't believe Notre Dame's a really good team. If in the playoffs, right, the higher rated team won every single game. And then like how ESPN has FPI. FPI has actually chosen the winner of every single game except for one game, Texas. So it's hard to see, and do we seem a little cocky and arrogant right now about this game? Oh yeah, but the only reason is because let's be honest about it. Did it happen against you guys too? But again, this is two different teams, two different games, and this is not the game. It's hard to see. And last time I checked, bro, Notre Dame doesn't wear maize. They don't wear blue. They're not called the Wolverines. And Ryan Day doesn't have to go to get a mental checkup for playing against them.
I mean, but we did teach them how to play football. You know that.
Yeah, you taught them how to. You taught Notre Dame, and you also taught a bunch of doctors in the YMCA, and you taught Ann Arbor Pioneer how to play football too.
This is my question. I got my then I'll let you go if you whatever.
Oh no, we can talk, Johnny. I got time.
No, okay. Notre Dame is familiar with y'all.
Yes.
Like Texas. When was the last time y'all played Texas before this?
2010.
What was that? Colt McCoy?
That was Colt McCoy versus it was Colt McCoy's year, and we lost in the Fiesta, or maybe the Fiesta or Cotton. I think it was the Fiesta. We lost. They scored like at the end, like with a minute left to win.
Some of these some of these Notre Dame players, they remember what y'all escaped last year with the 10 men on the field,
Yeah.
So do you think that gives them a little something more, the fact that they're comfortable and they let y'all get away with one?
The only reason, familiarity matters.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is that Chip Kelly wasn't there the last 2 years. That's not his playbook. So, and also, this team is better than last year's team. So, I don't know. It all depends, and look, man, Marcus Freeman, I love him. Buck, he's a really good Buckeye player for us. Loved him I was a big fan of his when he played. It's really cool. A lot of events happening tomorrow. You got the national championship, and you got MLK Day, and the inauguration. But on MLK Day, and having the first black head coach for the national championship. I'm sorry, brother, it ain't for you.
No, don't do that.
It ain't for you.
You gonna condemn that black man?
Well, he black and Asian, so it's okay. But no.
Some things are more important than winning football games, Garrison. Sorry that the national championship comes on MLK Day.
I have every intention on watching us send his black behind back to South Bend, Indiana. I love Marcus, man. I love I love him. I love him.
So you against the black man winning the championship?
If he won it, I wouldn't celebrate it.
Oh wow!
Hey, let's say this was Notre Dame versus Texas. Yeah, I'm gonna cheer for him. This ain't for you, brother.
So you gonna cheer for the other man over the black man, right?
I did that for y'all too, didn't I? Hey, do it to James Franklin every year. Buddy at Mike Loxley. Hey, I love my people. I love my people, but this ain't for you. Hey, you know what I'm gonna wait a second. You know what I'm gonna do, right? If I was at the game tomorrow, and Marcus Freeman was for some odd reason still on the field or still in Atlanta after we won a national championship, I would be like, ain't you supposed to be in South Bend? You lost, boy?
Oh, good God. Really? now you need to stop now.
I'm sorry, man. I'm like Family Guy. I'm like Family Guy, bro. I'm like Family Guy. My jokes have no boundaries.
Now, see, you out of hand now. You gonna talk to him like the Southern slave owner?
But I'll tell you so. I think Notre Dame though is on the right track. I mean, I think they're ahead of schedule. I think that I think them being in the national championship is actually going to help them in recruiting. Yeah, that's what you do, Ev. That's how you celebrate MLK Day. You celebrate with that natty. But I just, and you know what, Dom? If my aunt had stones, she'd be my uncle. So. But I just, it's hard to see like the avenue where Notre Dame wins. I mean, if they did win, I think if Notre Dame won, they did a few things. They held onto the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Riley Leonard has around 50 plus rushing yards. You have an implosion on defense, honestly. I mean, that's the only way I can see it. And then you got to hope that Ryan Day and Chip Kelly lose their mind and that Will Howard plays bad. Like that's a lot, bro.
I mean, it is. I see Ryan, what's his name? Riley Leonard. I think he needs to get those scramble yards like up the middle, kind of dropping back and getting those scramble yards.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be hard for him to get those design rushing yards. It's going to be hard for him, but those off the script rushing yards, those are backbreakers.
Yeah. What I wonder is like when we played Tennessee, when they ran like design runs, Nico didn't have any success.
Mm-hmm.
But like when they dropped back and did that, they went for it. This is my thing for that though, because like Dylan Gabriel can run too, but we spied him all game.
He's a little pipsqueak.
Yeah, and so my thing is though is like for Notre Dame, they're like I think before the season, like offensively, they gave up sacks 9.5% of the time. That has been what Mel is yelling, but that's been up to like 13% now. So like I wondered like, dude, when y'all drop back, and Ohio State has free like if Notre Dame gets to 2nd and 7, 3rd and 8, they're in trouble, bro. They're in trouble. Like again, like Ohio State gets to the quarterback, and this isn't like you're like I'll tell you this is crazy, like bro, like simply like today, we're playing extra games, of course, but today Jack Sawyer and JTT have 20.5 sacks by themselves together, and then let's say this, even if you do run up the middle, I mean, bro, you got Tyleek there. I'm not saying that we're going to stop them for 50 rushing yards. It's just tough when you don't have the total offense. And again, Notre Dame does not have an elite defense.
They got the best pass. Don't they have the best pass defense?
Depending on what stat you look at, but like they're top two. They're top two. They are.
Mm-hmm.
But hey Johnny, but I mean, you've said this before. If I don't have to pass, and I can run the ball, and mind you, this John, and Johnny, think about this. So like like Ohio State switched the gap scheme over the playoff. They run it 70% of the time now. Notre Dame gives against the gap scheme, they give up 5.5 a carry, and then this is the even crazier stat: 3.4 yards after contact. That means you can't tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see things like the games that we actually watch. When we break it down, now I look at some of the analytics, and this ain't Georgia where our wide receivers are going to lead the nation and drop passes. And mind you, Georgia got deep on them, but they couldn't catch the ball.
Yeah, they did.
This is in Penn State. I would argue your guys' wide receiver unit is better than theirs. So like I ain't saying much, but.
So are you saying? So are you going into this game thinking that y'all are going to try to run the ball down their throat?
No, but I think they're going to test it. They're going to test it early. I think. Like I think that you're going to see Ohio State come out and throw the ball. You're going to see that. You're going to see a lot of crossing routes. You're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of Jeremiah in the slot trying to get free release. A matchup to watch. I can't remember his name. A matchup to watch is their slot receiver. He's a freshman going against Emeka Egbuka. I think Ohio's going to come out passing the ball, but I think they're going to test the middle. We haven't had a lot of success running the ball at the middle, as you know. But I think they're going to test it. They're going to test it maybe once or twice early to say, okay, because I think if we can run up the middle on them, we already know we're probably going to be able to run the outside on you. If we can run the middle on you, now you're in trouble.
If I'm Notre Dame, though, I want y'all to run the ball because I don't think y'all gonna try to. I don't think y'all gonna stay consistent trying to do it.
No, I agree with that. I don't think we're gonna sit there and like do it. But I mean, I'll give you an example. Like when Ryan Day knows he can run the ball, he will. If you go back and look at the 2019 season or the 2020 season, when Ryan Day knows he can run, that 2020 Ohio State Clemson game, right? When we found out, oh yeah, Trey Sermon is that guy, ran the ball. Look at the game against Penn State this season. We got the ball on our 1 yard line with 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. We ran out that whole clock not throwing one pass and got to like the other side of the field. Like if Ryan Day knows he can run the ball, he's gonna do it.
You think so? He's gonna stay consistent.
I mean, bro, we're gonna pass. Bro, don't be wrong. Listen, bro, we're a passing team, but I mean, like, you would see it on a more specifically on the inside. You're gonna see a little bit more. Again, bro, like we can sit here and talk about like Dom saying, please try to run, please. Dom, they give up 130 yards per game on the run. Yeah, you got like if I told you that Michigan was playing a team that gave up 130 a game and gave up 3.5 yards after contact, you would surmise and think you guys already do the running the ball, but you would say run the ball. That's common sense, and so
yeah, it kind of what you're saying. It kind of reminds me of the TCU game a little bit, where we thought they were running that 3-3-5. And we thought we were gonna run it down their throat, and then they were flying around. Them dudes was flying around.
Yeah,
that's not to say that Notre Dame will do that. It just reminds me of it.
And John, but man, like it's so crazy because I don't want to sound like Notre Dame has no chance, but like think about it. If like we talked about, like you don't sack the quarterback a lot, you don't stop the run really well. So if you want to go out there and you play man coverage. You want to blitz? Like bro, I just you want to blitz and man coverage against Ohio State? Go watch. Hey, go watch some film, bro. That's not the way to beat us.
No, if you blitz when you're in that man, that blitz has to come from it has to be the perfect blitz where they aren't prepared for it and it gets there. If not,
like Michigan, you guys can blitz out.
I'm not bringing everybody back up, y'all, so y'all can start arguing. I'm not doing that. I was bringing it up Michigan. Dom can say his points and get out of here, but I'm not bringing everybody up to argue.
Yeah, I'm gonna get going soon too. But I was gonna say, like, think about like Michigan. You guys are able to blitz out of the zone. You can sit back, do what you do, run some too high cover 2, and blitz out of that. That's not what Notre Dame does, man. And I mean, their freshman corner came out and said, no, we're going to do what we got us here. Okay.
I mean, the last one I'm bringing up, Dom.
I think it's,
Thank you, Johnny.
I think it's, again, it's not that Notre Dame can't win the game. It's just that, like you said, Johnny, it's a very small avenue of how they do it. And it's football. Maybe it happens. It's just hard for me to see it. Oh,
One thing.
My unk back. Let's go.
One thing. One thing, Garrison.
What's up, man? I'm sorry. Dom, you said 1917. Was that your score?
Yeah, 1917.
Okay, I've been writing everyone's score down.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
1917. Stats. I mean, it's just like stat after stat after stat. I've seen enough college football to realize there are plenty of games that teams win that they have no business in winning. And a good example this year is Vanderbilt over Alabama.
Yeah.
And like I said, and I said it, Garrison, if Notre Dame allows Ohio State to come out and put 21 points on the board midway through the first quarter, it's done. And Ohio State will humiliate them. If it's a close game, Ryan Day does not do well in close games. He doesn't trust Chip Kelly to call the offense. He wants to take control, and he panics. That's all I'm saying.
Do you think he panicked against Texas?
The Texas game, he started getting a little bit nervous, but then Sarkisian's the one that blew that game.
Yeah,
I mean, that pitch out at the goal line. But that's all I'm saying is Ohio State, if Notre Dame comes out there and allows Ohio State to go up 21-0, it'll be a blowout. It'll be ugly. And we'll have to listen to you. And I'll sit there and I'll eat seconds on that. But if Notre Dame, and that's how Michigan continues to beat Ohio State, it's the patient commitment to running the football, sprinkling in some passes, and being fortunate, especially when you had JJ, to get some, third down conversions.
Yeah.
But if you're able to move the first downs, even if you don't score but drain the clock, and keep that offense on the sideline and make it a close game, I don't think Ryan Day could handle the pressure. That's all I'm saying.
No, and I overall, I would say that's fair because based off data, you look at him in close games, that happens. My only thing is and honestly, this is me how I show my respect to your guys' team and program. Everyone thinks that they can do what Michigan does. And it's not even just on the field; it's a psychological thing for Ryan Day in that. And if you it's play good defense, run the ball, do all that. Let's not sit here and act like Michigan would just run the ball down Ohio State's throat this year. That's not what happened. Now, did they play good defense? Yes. Do I believe Ohio State did some things to help them? Yes. Two things can be true. I don't believe Notre Dame I don't think they can replicate what you do on defense. I don't believe that they have the dogs up. Like I bring up stats down because that stats tell stories, especially after 15 games. If a team is giving up 130, dude, you don't have a good D line if you're giving up 130 rushing yards a game. And I don't believe they have your defense. I don't believe they have your defensive line. I don't think they have your front seven. Secondary, theirs is probably better. I say probably because your guys wasn't healthy this season. But they run a scheme that plays into dude. Look at any team that over the last 5 years. Look at any team that runs man to man against Ryan Day. You're toast. 2022, Georgia had one of the best defenses in the country. You come up with that man to man BS, bro. He's going to torch you.
I just said that. I
know.
If you allow Ohio State to start that revolving door of touchdowns, it builds Ohio State's confidence. It keeps their defense rested, and it allows their defense to get off and go after the passer because the other team's panicked. We got to throw the ball to catch up, and that just plays right into Ohio State's hands. The only time Ohio State gets into these difficult games is when teams stay committed to the run and they keep Ohio State's offense on the sideline. That has nothing to do with Notre Dame's defense. It really doesn't. No. If you go look at the Michigan game this year, I mean, you guys had the ball for 2 minutes in the fourth quarter.
This is why it does matter. Because you have to have the defense to keep us off. Like, you can have the offense to run the clock and all that, but you're gonna punt. You're gonna do all that, and I don't care who outside of one game from Oregon. I don't care what the offense is. I don't care what they do. You are going to punt the ball more than you move it on us. The reason I bring up our offense against their defense is because, dude, I mean, from what I can tell, as good as their defense is, dude, from what I can tell, we're still going to be able to move the ball on them. Now, I actually have a really good question for you. If Ohio State were to go by 14 at any point in the first half, whether it be 14-0, 28-14, do you think Notre Dame can come back from a 14-point deficit on us?
No, that's a problem. That's what I just told you.
Okay, all right, Perfect. So, and that's why, like, when I look at how this game can go, it's hard for me to see, like to the score you gave. It's hard for me to see how that happens. Like, it's just
how can that happen?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not how it happens. I'm confused on you picking them based off a lot of things. Like Johnny and I were talking about it. There's a lot that has to happen for them.
There's one thing that really needs to happen. They just need to smack Will Howard.
How many teams can? But how many teams have done that this season?
Michigan did it, and it cost you guys the game.
Yeah, I'm asking you how many teams have.
Michigan did
3 or 4.
Huh?
It's like
about 3, 4 teams.
He's been sacked. I think he's been sacked maybe 12 times this season. Riley Leonard, he's been sacked 23 times.
Well,
and that's with him running the ball. Think about that. We pass the ball more than they do, and they've doubled our sacks.
I have a hard time buying the stats because.
What do you mean?
Because you're like, you guys didn't run the ball on us.
Wait. Do you buy your team stats?
Yes, because we played Ohio State. Okay.
Well, we played more than just you guys, Don. We had 15 games.
I'm talking about Michigan, Ohio State. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And we did run the ball on you guys this year for 179 yards. It's 929 for the last 4 games.
John.
But what I'm saying is, okay, our offense, this is my point, okay? This is my point. And this is why I say Notre Dame will be able to run the ball, okay? Because Leonard is a superior quarterback than Warren Davis. And if Notre Dame can effectively run the football, sprinkle in some eye candy and play action passes like Johnny always talks about, and they keep it a close game and have the clock, the time of possession in their favor, and make it a dogfight, Ryan Day will sweat. Now, on the other side of that coin, as you were saying, Ohio State comes out, puts up 14, 21 points by the end of the first quarter. Notre Dame's cooked because they're not going to come back against that. Ohio State's defense is going to be rested. Notre Dame's going to need to throw the ball, and Ohio State's just going to let the pass rush go crazy, and that'll be it. But if they're able to run the ball and get some of those third down conversions and take the time off the clock, that's where it becomes a problem for Ohio State. Now, that's a big if. That's a big if.
Are you picking Notre Dame to win, or do you believe in the depths of your heart Notre Dame's going to win this game?
I really believe that Ohio State is coming in a little overconfident. And most of all,
how wait. I said this earlier. I'm going to say it again. Don't conflate the fans with the players.
I'm not.
These players are not overly confident.
I don't know. I don't read the Ohio State.
No. I'm telling you, they can't be. They can't be. And they know that.
The one piece here, the most important piece, is Ryan Day. And I told Johnny at the beginning of the show, he's down there. It's been a couple days. He's been down in Atlanta in this national championship environment. He hasn't been in that environment since the pandemic year when you guys lost to Alabama.
What's that mean?
What I'm telling you is he's realizing I lost my last national championship game. I'm telling you, Ryan Day puts unnecessary pressure on himself. And 9 times out of 10, it's because of the stupid stuff he says. And that's the truth.
Do you think he puts more? Wait, all right. Do you think he puts too much pressure on himself?
Yes, because of his mouth. Yes.
Wait. Well, I think that sounds like more so towards the Michigan game. Again, let me ask you this: do you believe Marcus Freeman's a better coach than Ryan Day?
What I don't know about Marcus Freeman being a better coach than Ryan Day as much as I believe Ryan Day has better assistant coaches than Marcus Freeman. But what I can say is Marcus Freeman has zero pressure. He has no pressure. He's new at Notre Dame. I'll get there again. And I made it here.
No, wait. Notre Dame will get here again. Notre Dame will get here again.
Well, that's his mentality. That's the
yeah, because they're young.
They're young.
I guess like for me, so we can talk about the pressure of Ryan Day and
it's a real thing.
Yeah, no, yes, everyone knows there's pressure on him. But what my thing is this: do you think Marcus Freeman being this is his third year, and him being a younger coach, and this is his first time here, do you think he might just get nervous?
I don't see that because he won by getting there, and I think if you go look at your statistics, you'll find that the majority of Notre Dame head coaches that won national championships did it in their third year.
I can care less about that. Ohio,
I'm just
over the last 20 years, we've had two coaches winning in their second year.
There's no pressure on Notre Dame.
He's coached like there's no pressure too.
There's no pressure
during this little run. He
has Ryan Day coached like he's pressure over the last 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, how?
Yes. Look,
how? I'm asking.
The Tennessee game. I'm not even going to talk about the Michigan game. The Tennessee game, they got within a touchdown. He started getting nervous.
How did he get? How did he get nervous? How?
Johnny, I mean, you look at his mannerisms on the sidelines. When Ohio State is off and running, he's going crazy being a cheerleader. When it gets close, he gets real close. Look at his body language.
All right, so let me ask this then. So, and I don't want to hear this BS thing of it's James Franklin. I don't want to hear that crap. When he went down 10-0 to Penn State, did he get tight then?
That was the first quarter.
Bro, you go down 10-0 to us, we're putting you in the dirt. So I'm asking. And it's not just that. Dom said it was a single score game. So what I'm asking is when Ryan Day was in Happy Valley, went down 10-0, then like it had still was single score game in the fourth quarter, had the ball on the 1 yard line with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left, ran the ball the whole way out with the clock. Was he nervous then?
That it's the whole. You can't discount the James Franklin's back. You can't.
He's got the same mental block.
He can't.
Ryan Day has against Michigan.
Thank you. You can't discount that, Garrison. As intelligent as you are, you just can't discount
the reason I'm discounting it is because at some point, at some point we have to just call a spade a spade. And for me, what I mean by that is this: Ryan Day this season has been in close games against very good opponents, and he came out on top. So that's why it's just again.
But he's been in close games.
Prior to this season, I would agree with you, Dom. Prior to this season, I truly would. But I'm not going to sit here and just point to the Michigan game when it was a close game and he failed in that he failed. When I also have him going against two other top 10 teams in a single score game in the fourth quarter. Texas, he was tied. Actually, I'm sorry. Texas game, he was tied in the fourth quarter, and Texas had the ball in the fourth quarter to start the fourth quarter.
The worst thing that Ryan could do tomorrow night, Garrison, the worst thing that he could do tomorrow night
be an idiot.
Is try to run the ball up the middle and show everybody how tough Ohio State is. F that, throw the ball, light up the scoreboard, and put 21 points on the board by the end of the first quarter and win the game. But if he tries to get into this, let's get into the locker room here and show how tough we are, Ohio State fails in those games.
No, I agree with you on that. That's why, like earlier, I said I don't think he has just like keep trying to do it. But when you're going against a defensive line like this again, this is not Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant in the middle. This is a team that gives up a lot of rushing yards, and so I believe that, and they do it in gap scheme, and they don't tackle well. So
if they could run the ball and control the clock, negates that.
But I'm talking about I'm talking about us running the ball. Yeah. And so I believe you have to at least try it a few times, as in like maybe twice. More than 3 is too much for me. See if it works. And if you have success, because we're going to be able to run the ball on the outside of them. If you have success up the middle and you are able to do it, you do try until it's broken. Because if we're able to do that with Quinshawn Judkins, it's a different, like it opens the offense way more than what it would be just be running to the outside and passing it. So I agree with you. Don't go out there trying to show how big your balls are. Don't do that, Ryan Day.
If Notre Dame's able to put together
what?
7-minute drives without scoring, even, that's going to hurt Ohio State.
No, I agree with you, Dom. I do. I do agree with you that you don't go out there and you just try to run up the middle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You have to try it at some point, but you don't sit there and like trying to prove a point. I think it's a bad idea in general in football. I think, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I think running up the middle in football is stupid.
Well, but that's your own opinion. It wins games because it kills the clock.
Well, I mean, dead up the A gap. If you went to the B or C, that's different.
I'm just saying, an effective, committed, patient running attack still wins ball games. Johnny, thank you for having me up. It's been a long show. One last thing, Garrison.
Dom, I'm listening.
You've talked about this. Well, we've never been, 8-5. I don't know what that is. I gave you the stats today. You could go to Wikipedia. I did some searching, but
I saw it. I saw what you wrote.
In Ohio State should have beaten those Michigan teams. You haven't beaten a Michigan team that was higher ranked since 1994.
And
so this waving the flag of, we don't have shitty years, blah blah blah. Okay. But when it comes to the game, and you guys could say whatever you want about the Natty, this and that. I know personally, beating Ohio State's still the most important thing to me. And quite honestly, I don't want a national title if Ohio State doesn't have an L when it comes to, us playing them for that national title year. But I'm old school. I'm old school. It's
my dad feels the same way as you, Don. My dad feels the same way as you.
Steelers, Dwight White from the Steelers once said it. There are two types of Super Bowl combatants. One, the team that lost the game, and two, the only team that won one. Those are the only type of Super Bowl combatants that people don't remember. And we win a national title.
Say that again, Don.
Dwight White once said there are only two types of Super Bowl combatants that people do not remember. One is the team that lost the game, and two is the team that only won one. And his mentality, that's what I'm talking about here. The mentality is I do not want to win a national title if we lose to Ohio State. In my opinion, we don't beat Ohio State. We shouldn't be playing for a title. It's like the Steelers go to the playoffs. That's the way it used to be. They don't want to go to the playoffs and lose. There's no reward in making the playoffs and losing.
No, Don, I'll tell you this much, man. If my Cowboys lost to the Redskins twice in 1 year, I would still want them in the championship. If my Tottenham Hotspurs lost to Arsenal, I would still want them in the cup. If Grand Valley State still lost to Ferris State, I would still want them going to the national championship. If the Pistons lost to the Bulls every time they played the team won the championship, I would still want the championship. So as big as rivalries are to me, and as big as this one is specifically to me, and how much it means to me, and I do understand your thought. Your like my dad feels the same way as you do.
It always has been. It always will be the game, and whether or not you winning that game, regardless of what the opponent does, Ohio State, vice versa, you don't have to listen to it if you got the W.
Yeah, but there's that. Hey, Dom, I'm gonna get going here too. But Dom, there's that, and there's also being able to say the best team in college football.
That's debatable because the last two-win national champion was 2007 LSU.
And the best team in college football.
Well, see, the game isn't over yet. And if Notre Dame is able to run, it's going to be a close one. I hope for your sake, Ryan Day doesn't sweat apart.
Me and you both.
So, anyway, Johnny, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Garrison, I'd say good luck, but I wouldn't be honest.
No, don't say it, Dom. Say good luck, man. Just say it.
I ain't saying it. See you later.
That was the OG Dom he got the freshest Michigan closet I seen about ever.
Dom becoming the smoke for me. I like it. He's one of my favorites.
You bring them all out. They wanted to all come back up. I was like, no, I'm not doing that again.
I'm their favorite Buckeye. They love to hate.
They do. But Garrison, tell them where they can find you, bro.
Yeah, man. You can find me on the Voice of College Football with my co-host Ryan Stanos, Ohio State Primetime on Mondays and the call-in show on Thursdays. And then also you can find me on the Scarlet and Blue show for all you Michigan fans in here. It's an Ohio State and Michigan show where we talk about everything through the lens of Ohio State and Michigan. It's honestly, I love that. I love doing that. It's fun. But it's the game 365, 24/7. But you can find me there. You can find me on X at Buckeye_Gaddy. That is Gaddy. That is Daddy with a G. Like we are going to be over Notre Dame tomorrow. And if for all you listen, man, before I get going here, I just want to say this to all you Michigan fans in here and let you know that I empathize for you. I feel for you. You just won a national championship and then you beat us, think you did something with that, and then next thing you know, you find your rival back in the national championship right after you. And it's gonna be really great because if Ohio State wins this game tomorrow, Johnny, Ohio State, we were the first program to win an AP, BCS, and a 14 playoff. We win tomorrow. We're going to be the first program to do all four. And, it's just, another chance to make history, a chance to stop Marcus Freeman from making history. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really sad that this football season is ending. But hopefully it ends with me. Oh, and Johnny, can you give me can I ask you for a favor?
What?
If Ohio State wins the national championship tomorrow, you will allow me to come on your show and sing Carmen, Ohio.
Oh, good God. No, we're not doing
hey,
that.
Johnny, you shutting down free speech? That's crazy.
Yes, free Buckeye chants. Yes, I'm shutting it down.
All right, man. Everyone, make sure to hit that like button. Earlier, when I first got here, I saw 71 people watching. It was 25 likes. That was a while ago, but that should be much higher. Make sure to donate to Johnny's Cash App because Uncle Lou and his Georgia fan base is sick. They sick to their stomachs that the Big Ten has taken over. And yeah, man, appreciate you, my brother. I'll talk to you soon. By the way, I'm gonna DM you on Instagram. I forgot to. I'm gonna send you my number so we can get you on the Scarlet and Blue show here soon for some end of the year talk. All right, man. Have a good night. Or what time is it? Yeah, have a good night.
That was Garrison. We all know him from the YouTube spaces. He's a good dude. And he's a Michigander. He loves Michigan. He does. He tries to act like he don't, but I know he does in his heart, because it's different. It's different when you raised there. It's different. So when we won last year, it was hard for him because he probably wanted to root for us, but people know him as an Ohio State fan. So he was like, "Dang, I can't. I gotta root for Michigan I gotta root for Michigan in silence. Dang, I like them though, man. Michigan, because he's from there. So let me read these donations. Let me see who donated. John Marion, appreciate the $5 super chat. We had Keegan, appreciate the $20 super chat. Well, the Cash App, super chat, Cash App. It is what it is. But I appreciate everybody joining the live. We done went almost 3.5 hours. Oh, baby. We've been cooking on here with a lot of trash talk, different voices. It's exhausting. It is exhausting. But yeah, we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. Notre Dame, don't let us down. Michigan taught y'all how to play this game. Now you play it the right way and you keep Ohio State down. This is why we taught y'all to play football. Right here. Just in case we don't make it, You can stop Ohio State's season. This is why we taught y'all to play football. Do it, Notre Dame. Do it. This is the reason right here. Just in case. But we're going to see, It ain't really much more to talk about at this point. We done laid it all out there for y'all. We done laid it all out. I mean, just start the game. Just play the game. But that's really all I got for this one, y'all. I mean, what else can we say? Keegan, appreciate you donating. John Marion. And I can't see who else did. But everybody that donating, appreciate it. I'm on probation right now. So, I'm on probation. So you got to donate to the page. You got to use the Cash App. I'm going to put the Cash App on my page description on my channel, But that's all I got for this one, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. And as always, go blue.
It's great to be